You're live. Okay, we are live. It says we are live. 13 minutes after. You got an excellent connection. Let me send out the correct tweet.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure about that, no.
Uh,
And
I'm
that's
supposed to be making a video about this Kingdom Hearts stuff. I just finished the script, and I was supposed to just make that quick video. I guess I could still do it after this.
so. Someone just literally asked me
Okay.
on YouTube, "How do you record DS footage?" YouTube, how do you?
Get an emulator.
I have a capture
What
card.
what happens is you take a camcorder and you prop it up.
Oh God!
That's what Bao used to do. If you look at some of Bao's old Smash 3DS videos,
Bao was the ghetto back in the day.
bro, listen, I ain't trying to out Bao right now. He was supposed to be on tonight, but he walked out.
Ah man.
Years ago, I wasted $500 on a 3DS capture card.
How could this happen to me?
300. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
no,
3DS capture
They
card. That shit
were-
was like $300. You
they were
insane. I was like,
crazy.
nah.
Technically, I bought it with a 3DS. They gave 3DS, put the thing in it, and then send it to me. So there's that.
Yeah, I ain't about that life. I was like, nope.
Especially since the emulators just came out.
I still have it right there. It's blue.
You must be out your goddamn mind thinking I was gonna pay $300.
So like $30 at an 4K? Nah.
Especially well, nowadays, it's like $600 because they're harder to find.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? Screw that. Just get an emulator and just be done with it.
I mean, the emulator wasn't that great for 3DS games back when I bought it.
Ah, okay, yeah.
All right.
It's great now.
Without further ado, let's get into the podcast. It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, Westtown HD, back at it again. Today, guys, you know what it be. It is the Talk of the Town podcast. It's been about 2 weeks since the last time we have had one of these. So, as usual, we're going to get into our topics, our Talk of the Town, as you were. But we are not alone, as always. Joining us, we've got the one and only Mr. JRPG God himself.
Yo, what's up, guys? Shadow Elite here. We out here. It's the talk of the town, and we about to get into this.
Absolutely. Got our boy Revolving Bunker New Type SF in here as well.
You already know who it is. How's it going?
And the only Vita 11-1, Riku-san 1.
Yo, it's that time of the week, fellow gamers. Hear me speak and listen to your boy that is live and unique, Riku-san 1 with the bars.
Ooh!
Okay, so wait. Time out. Back it up. I'm gonna need you to bring that same energy to my podcast. I don't know what the hell is going on right now, but I need that same energy when you go on my podcast. All right? I'm just saying. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right.
Bro, that's wild. And joining us for the first time ever, we have the Tripmon.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking. Hi.
Damn it, Trip. All right, let's start off with everyone's week. I'll go first. So my week was pretty chill. Working lots of hours, working too many hours is what my district manager said. They're like, you shouldn't be working this many hours. We're not giving you benefits. And I was like, all right. So I've been working a lot. Been watching a lot of Sonic X, because it's now on Netflix. For those who didn't know, Sonic X is on Netflix. As of December 1st, you can now watch Sonic X. The first, 54 episodes is on Netflix, and that's really all you need to see, because after that, it's mostly just fan fiction, and we're not going to go into that, but it's really good. I'm adoring it. It's fantastic. I've been playing a lot of SD Gundam. Halo Reach is phenomenal. We'll get into those later on the podcast. Shadow, how was your week?
My week has been just okay, just working, coming off the holiday from the week prior. I mean that's pretty much it. Nothing going on with this week.
All right, New Type, how was your week?
That was alright. Thanksgiving was okay. And, I've been busy with school. And I saw Frozen 2 last week. And I'm gonna see Premiere tomorrow
Ooh, how was Frozen 2?
in theaters. It's pretty good. I thought it was better than the first one.
Really?
Really?
All right.
In my opinion, at least. I thought it was more fun.
I've never seen Frozen, so I don't know.
I want to see Frozen 2 just because I want to keep up with the popular Disney movies. So
Oh, so you want to be popular? You want to be the cool guy in the room? Be like, I know everything.
no, mhm.
Got to keep up with those Kingdom Hearts entries.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is, which we will be talking about that now, won't we?
Absolutely.
Riku, what'd you do this week?
I recently started my second playthrough of Trails of Cold Steel 3, 350 plus hours in, and trying to get the platinum, you know what I'm saying? And I also started that Legend of Dragoon. It's interesting. You know, at first, I already told everyone that I'm not the type of guy to be playing rhythm games. I don't play Dancing All Night. I'm sorry, I don't fuck with it. I never played.
know.
Why I avoided the Guitar Hero and Rock Band games last 2 generations ago is when it was really higher, crazy. And yeah, I've never really been that video game rhythm type of guy. The only time I really like my quick time events is like, let's say, doing a finishing blow in like God of War or something, And usually those aren't really what's the word I'm looking for?
Push X to punch
strict.
shoulder.
It wasn't strict on the timing when it came to the quick time events in God of War, and it's just like press it when you see it, And in Legend of Dragoon, it's like, that you have to press square when you see the little like thing going in there. There is definitely a window of opportunity where you can be either too fast or too slow when it comes to hitting it, and I'm getting used to all of that. It does feel rewarding when you do pull off a double slash or a volcano or all that stuff. So hopefully I can stick with it and I get better and I see what the hype is about. So I've just been playing some Legend of Dragoon along with Cold Steel 3 second playthrough and watching some Power Rangers on the side.
All right. So you got an eventful week. Trip, how was your week?
Work. And I posted my first episode of Crossrays last week and my second one this week, and that's about it.
Okay.
Wait, did I post it last week or did I post it this week? 1 second. I have to double check this.
Well, all
Double check
right.
my
That's right.
facts.
I forgot. Not Canadian. American Thanksgiving was last week for you guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it was this week.
Was it this week?
What?
No.
No,
was
no,
last
my
week? What's
first video of
last week
Crossrays.
Thursday?
My first video of Crossrays was this week. Thanksgiving was last week.
Yeah,
Trip,
bro.
Trip's living in the past, bro.
Man.
Speaking of Cross Race, though, so SD Gundam G Generation Cross Race is officially out. It's out in North America, which is a big surprise. Only on Steam, so if you got a PS4 or a Switch, the only way to get the version of that is to go through the online Singapore store or to get it physically through PlayAsia. Me and Trip have been playing a whole lot of Cross Race. Trip, you want to voice some opinions on Cross Race so far? What'd you think of it?
I would like. I think it's good.
It really sounds like you're gonna say something else.
I know, right? You hesitated there for a second. Are you
Trip,
sure?
I'm gonna need you to keep it real with us. We your
All
boys,
right.
all right?
Seriously.
Talk. We are in the Talk of Town podcast. Talk the talk.
There you go.
I think it's good.
He's holding back.
Mhm.
All right, we see it
All
wholesome.
right, okay.
All right.
I mean, Bandai's not in
I
the
know.
chat. You can say whatever you want.
It's a
Bandai
it's a great,
apparently
it's
is
a
in the
good
chat.
it's a solid game. A lot of improvements on the previous, but as a person who's played a lot of Genesis, there are a few things they made some changes between the two of them, which is interesting. For one, they got rid of acquisition points, which is the stat you use to upgrade your skills and your stats and all that stuff in the previous games, all of them. Crossrays uses capital instead, and I think that's just everything relies on cash in this game, and just
Gotta have that money.
Trip, I got a question for you, man. Hey, I'm gonna need you to like press like 2 in the chat if they got a gun holding to your head. We're here for you, Trip. All right.
Exactly, man. Say what you really mean, man.
that's
It's a
a
safe
real
space.
issue. I wish they'd bring back acquisition points. I'm really honest there.
Okay.
So far,
Another-
personally, my only gripe with the game is you need a lot of money to do anything, and they don't seem to give you a whole lot of money. So I think acquisition points would be a good return.
See there.
Okay.
Also, I wish they'd tell you the percentage chance you have with those stealth systems and hyper jammers of what chance of you actually being dodging this attack is.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. It just normally just happens.
Just happens. You don't even have a chance to counterattack. It's just like if they attack you, yep, they missed.
Turn
What about my
voided.
counterattack? Nope.
So wait, is this game like the normal strategy games or
Yes,
Yes.
in a sense.
so what anime is in this one?
Wing, Seed, Double O, and IBO and their sub-series.
What about the other like cameos, I guess you could say.
Those are the 4 main universes. Everything in the universe, though, basically.
So there's no like Cowboy Bebop or
No.
Oh, no,
You're thinking of Super Robot Wars.
Yeah, you're thinking of Super Robot Wars. This is SD Gundam.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
my
SD
fault.
Gundam is only
This
Gundam,
one's
yeah.
purely Gundam.
Okay, my fault. I don't know what I'm talking about. Continue.
Yeah, the series in this one are Wing, Seed, Double O, and IBO, which
Okay.
is the newest Gundam show. That's not a giant anime crossover show involving children and video games and toys.
Funnily enough, though, now that Shadow brings it up, though, there is that SRW presentation coming in next week. So next podcast, you might be talking about a future SRW title. But Newtype, do you have anything to say on Cross? Have you played the demo, right?
Yeah, I played the demo.
How do you feel about it?
It was pretty good. I don't really have much to say else other than that. Really, I've just seen you played it, and I couldn't see anything else really because one stage was super long,
Bro,
and I was kind of falling half asleep.
I streamed 4 hours today and did 2 stages. It was stage lengths are brutal.
One complaint I would have to say is that the main UI is kind of bland compared to like the other games. So I say presentation's a bit down compared to the other games, you know?
That's fair. Riku, have you played any SD Gundam?
I have never played an SD Gundam game before. I have, like, I think I have one of them on my Vita, and I was gonna make that one my first one, and just like span out from there.
Overworld?
You said what? Say what?
Was it Overworld or Genesis?
It was Genesis, Genesis, right?
Yeah, the UC only game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, baby. You know I'm about that UC life.
Hmm.
But go ahead.
Sorry, little warning. Go
Yeah.
down the series line because they just keep getting more powerful as you go because it's UC.
That makes sense. But yeah, I'll yeah, that's the one I was going to play first, and then make my way through it. But right now I'm just going through my JRPGs. Once I start to once all the big ones are out of the way, the Final Fantasy X and the Chrono Cross and all that stuff, then I'm gonna start going into those games because I'm a mech fan also. But so I definitely want to be like a part of you guys' conversations because man, when you guys talk about SD Gundam and Super Robot Wars and all that stuff, you guys will talk about it for
Days.
eternity.
Yep.
It will never stop. So I'm like, God damn it. I can't really contribute to the. I think I know what they're talking about when it comes to Gundam, but to be honest, my knowledge on everything, not everything, but majority that is not Gundam, I'm just not there.
There's a lot to unpack there.
So yeah, let's get Mazinger Z over here. Evangelion.
All right. Shadow, is there anything you want to add to is there anything you can add to this conversation or?
Not really.
No? All right. Cool. We will.
Are you interested in the games?
Like the Super Robot games. Those are the ones I'm interested in.
Well,
Oh, okay.
he says interested in, but he's only interested in Endless Frontier and the Endless Frontier series and the branching Endless Frontier series.
Is that
Tell 'em.
true?
Exactly.
This man ain't
But
never
no,
played a
like,
mainline game.
No, I did play a Super Robots game. A friend of mine let me borrow it. It was okay. It's just that there's a lot of dialogue. The sprites were really small.
Says the
And
guy that
it's-
plays Trails.
What is that? I don't. Okay. But yeah, the sprites are really small, and there's like a lot of enemies on screen. It just seems like a lot of fodder, and I'm like, this can get boring towards the end game, I'm sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's another thing I want to actually. Now that Shadow mentions it, there's a lot of dialogue in Crossrays, and I don't know what Genesis was like for dialogue, but the PSP game rarely had any dialogue. Maybe it was just a limitations thing, but they got crammed a lot of story into here.
Well, it's because they're trying to follow the series here, but they're also trying to shrunk the series into easy to manage episode by episode sections of battle by battle, but also fill in all the filler between each battle into those little sections.
Makes sense.
All right.
Because there were multiple episodes between some of these fights of talking that they can't squeeze into about 10 minutes of dialogue.
Listen, you bought a visual novel, and it so happened to have some
Some
Fire
dialogue.
Emblem elements to it, you know?
Basically, that's what it sounds
There is
like.
permadeath.
Yeah, there's the permadeath, which is horrific.
Yeah, when your mech is destroyed, the mech is gone. The pilot doesn't die, though.
And like we were
How's
saying,
that make any sense?
What?
You put the
Shouldn't it
eject
be the other
button.
way around?
No, if the mech's destroyed, you lose it. You have to buy another one.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't see how the pilot's still alive though.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
I was
Gundam Wing?
Because you can't buy the
I know.
pilot again. Also, there's also Patrick.
I only know 2 Patricks.
Patrick is the stupid.
Patrick Star.
If he blows up, he
Patrick
survives
Cole
with
Steele.
HP.
Yep. Those are the only 2 Patricks I know.
So let's move on further now to our next topic. So Black Friday has come and gone. Another good Black Friday done, another good Black Friday down. Black Friday every year leaves people's wallets in shambles, but it's for the better. It's always for the better. It's like when like you said, Gamora talking 1,000, and you like look at all this new stuff, and then she's like, "What did it sacrifice?" And then you look at your empty wallet. That's basically Black Friday.
Everything.
So we're just gonna make here talk about our pickups. As for me, your boy made the dumbest decision of his life. I bought a PS4 Pro. It was too good. It was too good a deal to refuse because I got the Pro for like $130 when I traded in my old
wow.
my old PS4. And I had just gotten a 4K TV as well, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna enjoy this for the year until PS5's out next year, and then we'll see about upgrading to that if need be.
Yeah,
But-
they're definitely gonna have deals in trading it in.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because
Black Friday.
if the
after
PS5 is going to be backwards compatible fully, and my Sony representative tells me it's going to be, but then I don't really need to have a PS4 anymore because it doesn't do anything that the PS5 won't. Like PS4 is not compatible with PS3, so why would I hold on to my PS4 if my PS5 can play all the PS4 games? So
That's true.
aside from that as well, didn't really do too much picking up of games because buying the TV and then buying the Pro left me pretty dry. Although I did get the complete edition of Horizon Zero Dawn with it for like $8, so that was a steal. And I plan to give that a look-see sometime in the future because I've heard good things about it, and it looks really good on the PS4 Pro from what I hear. So, and got to prep for that Persona 5 the Royal because it's gonna have that 4K support from what I hear. So I mean,
There you go.
but Shadow, what were your Black Friday pickups like this year if you had any?
I honestly didn't buy anything, to be honest. I was eyeing a couple of things, and I was like, I don't need any of this stuff right now. I just want it just to want it. So, fortunately, I don't have anything to say on this one.
Okay, I know New Type was looking at buying a Switch. New Type, did you end up buying anything this year?
I bought GTA 5 for $10,
Hey, that's my man.
and it was just cheap, and I was like, hey, why not?
It's
And
actually,
it came with a couple of extra stuff for GTA Online, so I'll check that out later.
yeah, the premium edition dropped to like $10. I'm like, that's a really good price for GTA 5.
Yeah, I've just been playing it all week.
Okay, Riku, did you get any Vita materials this week with Black Friday deals?
Yeah, I bought 3 other Vitas, and I'm just kidding.
I would.
No,
I don't know if you were kidding.
I didn't know if he was joking or not.
I would believe you if you said that.
No, actually, I actually skipped out on Black Friday this year. I got a lot of like adult things that I have to buy, and all my money went towards. And regards to the game, I basically have all the games that I could want right now that are out. I just need to play them. If I could buy
Basically.
time, I would buy time. So yeah, I there were things that I saw that I really wanted. Like I was thinking about building a desktop PC, moving over to that master race, and Black Friday had some really fucking good deals on a lot of like PC related things. So if I were to buy anything on Black Friday, it would have been that, but I'll save that for next year. So yeah.
All right, Trip, what was your Black Friday like?
I didn't really get anything on Black Friday.
Did you buy anything like at all at a discount?
Kinda.
Well, either you did or you did it.
I know, right? Seriously, like, what did you get?
Well, my dad works for Walmart,
Okay.
and he worked Black Friday.
Yep.
So does anyone here know what that means?
No. Go on.
He got swamped with a lot of people.
You got swatted.
Yes, but it also means that after the fact, because he worked on Black Friday, they gave him a bonus to his discount, which allowed you to add a 15% to the already 10%. You get he had 25% discount off one cart of stuff. So, okay, it wasn't really one cart; it's one purchase. Which interesting fact: Walmart has a maximum item limit.
Like you
What do you
can't
mean?
buy a certain amount of things?
You can only buy 1,162
Items per day?
items per transaction.
How
The computer, the registers can't handle more items than that on a single transaction.
You said
Okay, I
1,000?
guess that's.
I only know of this because when I worked there, a woman was buying all the school supplies for her school. When she checked out, they told her we have to make this 2 orders because the register wouldn't take any more.
Was she upset about that?
She only had 1 voucher from the school
Oh,
that would
man.
allow her to pay for the things.
Oh man, yeah,
Wow.
hate to see it.
But like back to what I got. I got I got a new computer and a monitor.
Oh, okay. That's pretty
It
nice.
was usually a $1,019 monitor, the computer. I got for 25% off.
So like 700, roughly 7, 8.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
That's
it's-
nice.
And I'm currently using that computer to talk to all of you. And it's glowing really weird colors.
Yeah. That's got that RGB.
I didn't know it glows so much.
Is that a problem for you, or?
How do I turn this off?
I think that is a yes.
Well, I
The
mean,
mouse does it too.
if it's anything like my computer, you just open up the front plate and you pull out one cord and it turns all the lights off. But I don't know what
God.
I don't know what your warranty is like. I don't want you to void your warranty. Okay, on to our next topic. So apparently Capcom is set to reveal 2 unannounced games at some kind of Tokyo show sometime in the next couple of weeks. One of them we're all assuming is going to be the Resident Evil 3 remake that has gone on record to leak. But Shadow, what if Capcom was to reveal another game that they're working on? What would you want it to be?
I'm not sure. There's so much with Capcom that I can mess with. Well, it's at Japan, right?
It's
So
it's supposed to be something like that.
It could be maybe Capcom versus SNK 3, or just a release of 1 and 2. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute.
Are you saying that might be what it is, or that's what you want to see?
That's what I would like to see.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember any other Capcom's catalog except for Resident Evil at the moment. Street Fighter related. I swear to God, they try to announce Street Fighter 6 right now.
I don't think they will, since they just released the 5th complete edition.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is it the
Alright,
5th
yeah,
complete
sure.
edition?
Yeah, like it has everything in it, like all the characters, costumes, the stages.
Well,
plus the new stuff.
most of the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like 80% of everything. But what did that come out, or is it coming out next year? That's next year, right?
I think it's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. I gotta look at that. But for Capcom, not really sure. I don't think they have any games besides Resident Evil 3 that I'm looking forward to.
All right, new type. What do you think they're gonna show off?
Oh,
Oh,
Dino
they already
Crisis.
have all their Monster Hunter stuff playing out. It can't be like Resident Evil, which that got spoiled. I don't think it's Street Fighter. Devil May Cry DLC? I don't know. Maybe they'll revive one of their older IPs. Maybe like Dino Crisis. Maybe Darkstalkers.
Ace
But
Attorney?
that's kind of a. Maybe. Who knows?
Beautiful Joe. That's Capcom, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
There's still a lot of
Oh,
people.
now it is.
There's still a lot of
You
people
can play as
campaigning for that.
Dante, so it is.
Riku-
Wasn't he in
okay.
one of the Marvel vs. Capcom games also?
Yeah,
he was
he
in
was.
three.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people that are hankering for like a Beautiful Joe return, and I don't see the appeal. But I've never played the game, so I guess I don't really have an opinion on it.
It
I
was
agree.
a cult classic.
I've never played it either.
I know Capcom needs to bring out Dino Crisis. I know they're working on Resident Evil 3 right now, but they
But that would
need to
be
bring out
that would be
Dino
really
Crisis.
good if they did a Dino Crisis remake
Yeah,
using the
yeah.
engine that they used.
Absolutely, yeah.
This Resident
See, what
Evil.
else?
That should
That's
definitely be the next thing they work on.
Yeah, they should really do that after Resident Evil 3. Because you're not going to go to Resident Evil 4 and remake that, not just yet.
I don't think you can remake that.
I don't think you can.
I mean, I just say just redo the exact same game in the engine kind of thing. Like, don't really make it because Resident Evil
Exactly.
4
So,
is already a really good game.
like Xenoblade-esque.
Yeah, kind of like
yeah,
that.
exactly. That's exactly what they should do.
Because funny enough, I
That'd be
actually
interesting.
caved and bought Resident Evil 4 on the eShop sale for the Switch. even though I already own it on, so that's how Capcom gets you. But Riku, what you think this new title gonna be?
Oh, because we're already assuming that the first one is
Is
Resident Evil 2.
where is that? We're assuming.
Yeah. Um. Hmm.
Maybe
To be
another
honest,
Devil
I
May Cry.
have no fucking clue. But yeah, I really don't have any clue. I can only give answers of what I wish, what I hope it is, and what I wish it would be. Like, I would love to see a Mega Man X Command Mission remake, or
Oh,
Breath
yeah,
of
I
Fire,
forgot about Mega
Breath of
Man.
Fire 7. That'd be great. Or a fucking Sengoku Basara 5. We were talking about that in the chat yesterday.
Hey, that is Capcom, isn't it?
Please. Yeah, it is definitely Capcom. And the last, I would love to fucking see an actual attempt for either a Mega Man Legends 1 remake or a Mega Man Legends 3. Bring it back, Capcom. Please, Mega Man Legends. We see all this Mega Man love with all of these collections. All right, you're over there experimenting to see if people still care about Mega Man, and you see Mighty Number 9 flopped. All right, but you see
Yeah.
Mega Man still doing good. People buying your collections. That legacy, the Mega Man 0-1 collection. That one's up next. Maybe come on, keep this Mega Man narrative going. Mega Man Legends, let's go. Or
It's
Mega Man
interesting
Legends
how
1.
like Capcom is sitting on top of a well of money if they just re-release stuff.
I mean,
Yeah,
wasn't the reason they stopped Mega Man Legends 3 is because when he left the company, they weren't allowed to use anything he worked on up to that point?
Who, KG?
I think that was the ruling, wasn't it? So they
I
couldn't
don't
use
remember the
anything that
ruling.
they
Yeah.
worked on for Mega Man Legends 3, so they had to scrap the whole project.
No, well, I mean, if they can't use any of his assets, then make your own fucking assets and get it out there. Sure, we all know you're gonna make it back. And if you don't want to make any new assets for Mega Man Legends because you think it might cost something, then start on a remake. All of those assets probably, are licensed and owned by you. So remake 1 and 2, and with that money, make 3. Make your own shit with 3. There's ways around it.
I mean, it's fair. You're fair.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we want. Who here wants a Mega Man Legends? Who here hasn't played Mega Man Legends? That's a good
Me.
question.
I don't
Is
think
it?
I think I rented it when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't think I ever fully played it.
I never played it.
I don't think I'm not going to get into how many Mega Man games I've played.
They need to do something with Mega Man X. We need Mega Man
Yeah.
X, either a remake of that one again, or X10 or something, or just Mega Man X, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a numbered sequel, but bring back X. There's no reason.
I mean, there was X11, Mega Man 11 at last, so having another X game be the next Mega Man project isn't that far or outgone.
Yeah.
Or they could just make a new Mega Man. Like, here's Mega Man, whatever.
Oh,
Here's
yeah, that's
Mega
fair, too.
Man Omni.
Omnitrix?
Omni Mega Man, whatever. Let's call him that.
I don't see why
Omnitrix.
not. Just don't like redesign Mega Man X to like something stupid, to something more modern or just dumb. Which I believe wasn't there like a TV show that's coming out that they like redesigned Mega Man to make him look more like modern, like kid friendly? I don't know.
Yeah, I know there was a Cartoon Network show that was.
Yeah.
So let's CG.
I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't. I think
I
it
don't
like
think
started
it was-
airing at 6 in the morning or something, which means it's dead.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, it's dead, yeah.
No kid's gonna be up at that time.
Hey, speak for yourself. I used to wake up every Sunday morning at 5:30 in the morning to watch.
Oh wait, who am I kidding? I was up at 6
Dude,
because fucking school.
Yeah, that was me too, because I watched Zoids at 6 in the morning before going
Big
to
facts.
school.
Big facts. Watch the entire series like that.
But yeah, that
the
show
entire series.
was literally it's Mega Man who goes to school, but he has a tinier Mega Man in his head who helps
man.
control all his subsystems. And he's secretly Mega Man when he does a transformation, magical transformation sequence, turn into Mega Man, and no one knows he's Mega Man. And
That-
Dr. Wily is his classmate.
That's a lot of words you just spoke.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
But Trip, if you could have Capcom revive any one series or 1 hour, what do you want to see this new Capcom game as?
Okay, so I have 3 things that I'd like this announcement to be. Thing number 1, Ace Attorney Collection 2, which collects the next 3 games in the series into a collection. The Apollo Justice, then the Miles Edgeworth Investigation games, which would leave one last collection for the 3DS titles. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I'd like would be a sequel or a port of Ghost Trick. Anyone remember that game?
Nope.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay,
Never
so
heard of it.
you're a ghost who manipulates the world to try to manipulates everything in the world to keep someone from dying. You possess objects and use the objects to change fate of other people. Also, it's a time traveling dog. Ghost. It's a dog ghost. Name Missile.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, let me just.
I don't know how to
Hey,
follow
if
that.
if that's what you want, man.
I'll get a picture.
Time traveling dog with ghost mischief. Let's do it.
Yes. Also,
We've seen weirder
your
things.
tutorial is a talking lamp.
We've definitely seen weirder things. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure exists.
This is an actual game. I'm not making this up. I mean, this. I think it was made by a guy who made who helped with the Phoenix Wright project. So there.
Mm.
I lost track and forgot what the third thing was. Don't judge me.
Anyway, I think.
I had a third thing. What was it?
Oh no,
Something new. There.
something new. Okay, I think we should move along then.
Yeah, I think Blake is MIA for a second here. Okay.
Oh man, you hate to see it. The host is at MIA.
Oh no.
All right, let me take control of this. First of all, Capcom needs to bring back Dead Rising and do it right this time. Okay, that's
Mhm.
first of all.
Oh, I forgot
Alright.
they made that one.
Yeah, exactly. See, everybody's forgot about that one. I don't know what's going on with this deep down, but that was announced like 20 years ago, and nothing ever happened to it. But they said
True.
that like something like an update, like still in development. We know they lying. Capcom did good with Devil May Cry. I think we need some more DLC for that one because I think it's worth it. It's worth the
I'd
DLC.
like just little things like I'd like a little extra. Maybe I don't know, but
Yeah.
what
What
else
else
did
we got?
Capcom make?
Breath
that I
of
forget?
Fire. They could bring back Breath
Yeah.
of Fire. I don't see why not.
I mean,
That
last
would
time I
be
think
good,
we heard
they
Breath of
must,
Fire,
man.
it was a phone
Breath of
game.
Fire 7, please.
Hmm.
Sick and tired of people talking
Wasn't
about
the last
phone
Breath of
game.
Fire thing a phone game?
Yes, it was a phone game.
Oh God.
That's how
It's
serious.
sad because it's like in this day and age,
I'm
like
gonna
it
start
seems like
typing the.
Square and Capcom are only two that really don't understand that turn-based JRPGs, especially if you come up with a really good one, and especially if it has a name behind it, it can
Yep.
sell.
Absolutely.
It can definitely sell. Dragon
typing-
Quest and Persona 5 alone prove this to be the case.
I'm typing forgotten Capcom franchises.
Did they make Trauma Center?
You're gonna find a lot of franchises.
Top
Did
10
they?
franchises Capcom has
There you are,
forgotten.
Blake.
Bionic Commando.
Oh no,
Nah,
I fucked
absolutely
that up.
not. Absolutely not. We don't need that. Trash.
I've never
I
heard of that
watched
series a
them
day in my life. What is that?
Which
Bionic
one?
Commando.
Bionic
is-
Commando. You never heard of Bionic Commando?
It's
Never
the
in my
guy
life.
with the one robot arm that uses the grappling hook.
He's in Marvel vs. Capcom. The dude with the dreads.
Wait, Captain Commando?
It's
No,
No, that's Marvel vs. Capcom
Oh.
2.
His name was Spencer.
Capcom 3.
he's the Bionic Commando.
Yes, Bionic Commando.
His
Bionic Commando.
his arm was his wife.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
jeez.
stupid. That was really
I'm sorry, what?
stupid.
Yeah.
Don't
That gives
tell me.
masturbating a whole different look.
That gives
I don't think
why?
you want to do that while you're that arm, but you know you do.
Why would you even say that? Why?
He's why he was
Trip,
like,
you don't know
let's do
Riku
one more-
if this is weird Neo, bro.
I
we're not even
Like, his
gonna.
wife is like, come on,
We're not even
let's do
gonna.
it just
we're-
time, baby, for
see-
good time's sake.
So,
Well,
see, Trip. There was this time where Riku was asking us all about like a gallon of cum, and
whoa.
how about a sequel to
Wholesome Son
Okami?
1 doesn't approve of this.
How about a sequel to Okami?
Yeah, true. That is true. How many times
Wait,
have they re-released
they-
Okami?
Like
Did they announce
7.
that, actually?
I think they did
all of-
announce. They
Didn't
did.
they announce the sequel to Okami too?
Yeah,
I
they
think
did
they did.
announce something that they were working on a new
But
Okami.
they
Maybe that's
they've reported Okami as many times as they reported Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, they announced in October that they announced Okami too.
I
so.
must
Yeah,
have missed-
maybe that will be the trailer.
that could be the trailer. I just didn't hear about the whole releasing thing. My bad.
No, you actually were probably you probably figured it out.
It's probably going to be a Okami's 2 trailer.
Probably Okami. There you go. Resident Evil 3 and Okami.
And now,
Dun,
it's
dun.
not only Bandai that's got to get a chip, that's Capcom.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of old. Oh, Power Stone. I forgot they made that one.
Oh my god, I would love another Power Stone.
We can talk about this for days. But speaking of Resident Evil 3, we're just gonna dive right into that now, because Resident Evil 3 remake supposedly has been leaked by Sony US. Thanks, Sony, for doing what Sony does best, and that's keeping a secret. So do you guys buy that, like the leaked image from the PSN sword? You guys think it's real?
mean, it could be, but also could not. So we don't know if it is real or not. Someone could have just made it. Who's
I think
really
it's
good at
real.
art.
I'm pretty sure it's real.
I think it's real.
It's probably real.
It's too good to be fake.
I heard
Yeah.
Capcom got really mad, so I'm guessing it's real because they wouldn't have gotten so pissed if it wasn't.
It's definitely real. I mean, it definitely looks about right with Jill and Carlos looking completely different.
Jill's wearing an actual shirt here. That's wrong.
Oh yeah, that's true, but that's not.
Is she? I thought she was wearing the straps.
No, she's wearing I'm pretty sure she's actually wearing a shirt. Let me take a look. No, she's actually wearing a tank top.
She looks good though. She still looks good. People were saying that they didn't like the way she looked, the redesign. I was like, listen, they're gonna redesign everybody, okay? They're not gonna look as good, I guess, as they did 20 years ago or whatever.
I mean, you
But-
could also make the argument: what kind of person goes to a place they know is filled with zombies wearing a top without shoulder straps on it?
I mean,
Oh,
it may
no,
have
she was-
been, it may
no,
have been
she was-
hot in Raccoon City that day. I don't know.
No, she was in her apartment. Then everything shit went down. She's like, "Oh, I don't have time to change. Got to go."
Oh yeah, that happened exactly the same time as Resident Evil 2. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it happened like the day before.
I don't think anyone complained
No, I
about how
think it was
Leon and
happening
Claire looked in
exact
the
same,
remake
actually, I
of 2.
think.
I
I
think
think
they
they did
complained
it.
about Claire.
What's wrong with Claire?
Oh,
Claire
they
looks
were
so much.
complaining about the females.
Yeah,
Y'all are never gonna be satisfied.
No one's gonna be satisfied. No one ever is satisfied.
Tifa, Claire,
Satisfaction
y'all,
is a
y'all are
myth.
never happy with anything. I swear.
I think basically one of the reasons is that this is a game, so we want the females to look, I guess, really
Not-
good, like really good looking, really cute. Not like busty or like big ass, but just like in the face, they should look, good. But the females that they're recreating is that they look real for the most part. So they have flaws in their face. They don't look gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous or beautiful. They look like a typical girl you would see on the street.
See,
You
that's
know?
one. That's like an issue I have with like games that are like super hyper realistic. I don't care if the game's realistic. I don't buy a game for realism. I buy it for a fictional experience.
Thank you.
it depends on the game. As long as it looks good,
I mean,
then
basically, you have the games
get
that are
me
like,
into it.
you have the games that are like Die Hard, and then you have games that are like Ghibli.
True. Yeah, Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
I think that fit into the Ghibli category.
Well, yeah, it takes stabs at Pokemon like that. But overall, I'm looking at. I didn't even recognize Jill. Honestly, I was like, I can't piece this together as being Jill. This looks nothing like Jill. But
Yeah,
who's Carlos? Is he an RE3 original character?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he's- He's important to the story.
Yeah, he's very important. He
Yeah.
helps Jill around.
I never played RE3, but I do know he's part of the game.
Because out of
Yeah.
all the Resident Evil games, the only ones that I haven't touched now are 0, 1, and 7.
I think
haven't you
Carlos
touched
comes
one?
back later.
Now we just need an RE remake of 0.
Bro,
Oh,
please.
time out. Why haven't you played RE1 yet?
Tank controls, bro. I can't do tank controls.
I keep
No,
telling
no,
you,
no.
the,
I can't do
the,
tank
the
I don't
remake
wanna
has
hear
the
this.
free movement. You don't have to do tank controls.
Play the remake.
Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna be playing. Blake is the remake that doesn't
Yeah.
have to be
I
controlled.
feel like they're giving Jill the Laura Croft treatment.
You know,
Well,
it
like,
might-
yeah, people didn't like how Laura Croft looked because she wasn't busty and everything. Like, no, they're making these girls look realistic. That's what they're doing.
I don't.
it might be me, but I don't really see anything wrong, so I don't really have any complaints.
Me either. I don't see anything wrong either.
like all these complaints people are seeing, I just don't see it. Like, no,
Wasn't
that's
Jill in one of the Marvel vs. Capcom games?
Yeah, she was in
yes.
3. They
No,
had
she's
her
in 2 and 3.
She was in her RE5 outfit, I believe, right?
No,
Yeah.
she was in
in
Marvel's Capcom too.
Her
Yeah, she was in
post-
2 where she was in her regular Stars outfit, and then 3 she was in her Resident Evil 5 outfit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
because
that's right. Yeah,
in
that's
her,
right, yeah.
in her
She had that weird
post
spider thing
pump
on her
full
chest.
of chemicals, superhuman.
Yeah, she was Super Soldier Jill. She was a monster.
I'm really curious what happened to Jill after RE5. I just am.
RE6.
No, she wasn't in RE6.
Was she
She
not?
wasn't in RE6. No, I don't think she was.
No. Chris's partner was Piers, and he went out like a G. He was a good man.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to Jill. I just do.
I think they mentioned her later. I think she's fine.
Yeah, because once Chris pulls the thing off her in 5, they finish off Wesker and whatnot, and I can't remember what happens to Jill after that, but she's somewhere.
You know, it'd be really stupid if she did the whole like I'm a monster and like everything she touches just explodes because she has super strength, so she's afraid of being around people.
No, she can punch zombies now. I was like, this is perfect.
No, could you imagine like you have super strength, you try to pick up a mug, the mug shatters,
That'd be cool.
What if
but then you get coffee everywhere and you have to clean it up.
So, I'm have super strength. That's cool.
so
Or you
can
just
Jill appear in DMC5 as DLC?
That'd be interesting.
Why
That'd be pretty
would
cool.
she-
Wasn't Devil May Cry originally supposed to be like a loose spin-off of Resident Evil?
No. it
The
was-
first Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil 4, but then
Yeah.
it was too different that they made it its own game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there you go. There's their connection.
It was supposed to be Devil May Cry. It was
If they
supposed
really
to be-
wanted to, they could give Lady a Jill costume if they wanted to.
I mean, that's not hard.
They don't
to
usually do
right
that,
there.
but it could happen.
Overall, though, I'm still very excited. If it's anything, because
Well, it's probably gonna be good.
I'm pretty hype because RE2 is a contender for Game of the Year this year. It's such a good game, and
It is Game of the Year.
oh Shadow, hold up, we'll get to that.
It is Game of the Year.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, no, I really wish Sony didn't leak it because I imagine this announcement's probably for the Game Awards if it's gonna come out.
Yeah, they said that it's not. Jeff Keighley said that Resident Evil 3 wasn't one of the 10 games that they plan to reveal.
Oh, they're
at,
revealing
the Game
10
Awards.
games.
Yeah, and Resident Evil 3 wasn't one of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, I have
So-
nothing to say to that.
He's lying?
Stop.
he could be. I don't know. He could be, but he did come out and say that.
Gotcha.
And before Jeff Keighley making that tweet, he has Nemesis right behind him, like, yeah, that's right. You tell no one I'm gonna be there. Oh man,
I just want Nemesis to bust through the screen.
bro, literally in the middle of like a Doom Eternal trailer or something like that, you just have random Nemesis come out of nowhere. Bro, Nemesis in Smash Bros.
Not uncommon since he was already in Marvel vs. Capcom.
I wouldn't want him in Smash. I mean, like you guys probably would, but I definitely would.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would get it. Like, it would make sense, but I don't think he'd fit into the Smash Bros. Kind of roster look.
What are you talking about? Refit. And he's fought Nemesis. In
Well,
Marvel
no, I
vs.
mean-
Capcom.
I get your point. I just don't think he'd fit with Nintendo's look.
I mean, does
Who?
Bayonetta and Joker fit with Nintendo's look?
Does
I mean,
Snake
Joker
fit with
does, but
Nintendo's
Bayonetta's
look?
kind of way up.
Does Snake fit with Nintendo's look?
Yes.
Really?
It
I
does.
don't think Snake fits with Nintendo's look more.
I would
than-
say Snake fits more Resident Evil.
I mean, you.
Or
the
anything.
characters.
They made it work.
I'm talking about from like a character design. Like they just look like humans with the military
you're all
type
forgetting-
of style outfits.
You're forgetting what was the first game Metal Gear was on. What console?
I mean, that doesn't change the fact that Resident Evil hasn't been on Nintendo. Wasn't Resident Evil 4 an exclusive to Nintendo when it first got debuted?
Yeah, and the remake was on GameCube.
The fourth one, yeah. The
Yeah.
RE4 was it's a funny story about why that happened.
Nonetheless, it's a thing.
Because like the guy who directed RE4 went to Xbox to give them the chance to have the exclusive rights, and their translator didn't realize he should have been translating what was going on. They all kept looking at him like, "Are you going to say anything to us?" Like the translator, like, "What?" He wasn't telling the guys at Xbox anything the guy was saying, and the guy got so pissed that no one was talking to him, he just left, and they lost their chance and it became a Nintendo's exclusive.
Ouch.
That's actually the reason. It's so stupid.
I mean, I
That
think
translator
it
was
turned
an
out
idiot.
best on Nintendo platform because I think people still consider the Wii version of RE4 to be the best version out there. Because the gyro controls apparently are the definitive way to play, and no other version's been able to. They didn't even have the gyro controls on Switch version, but yet they have gyro controls for Resident Evil 5 and 6 on Switch, which is just insult to injury.
It's interesting.
Do you need the gyro controls?
Apparently they're there for Resident Evil games. They're like the best way to play them, from what Resident Evil fans have told me. I've never
I've
experienced
heard
it.
that before.
You-
I've heard
you know
that
what-
before also.
You know what I want to follow RE3 remake afterwards in the future?
Resident Evil Code Veronica remake.
Wow,
Yes.
you went right after her. Oh, I'm sorry.
You good, Shadow?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing a raid battle right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all playing games. I'm just sitting here looking at a computer screen.
Speaking of games, though, we're gonna move on past Resident Evil 3. I think we've all said enough about it. Halo Reach is now officially on Steam, so you can officially play Halo Reach in all of its glory again on PC. You don't need to own an Xbox 360 in order to play it, nor do you need an Xbox One in order to play it. You can load up Steam right now, and you can get Reach standalone for $10. $10 for one of the greatest shooters out there. We've all been playing a lot of Reach. Shadow, do you have
I
anything?
can
Have
now
you
play a lot of Reach.
have you played any Reach on Steam yet, Shadow?
I don't play Halo. I'm not about that life.
Whoa! I swear I had a conversation with you that you said you loved Halo.
Nah, I do not like Halo.
Yeah, you must have
I never
mistaken
did.
for someone else.
Yeah, you had to.
Really?
Yeah, when I back in the day, I aggressively hated Halo. Now I'm
Same.
indifferent. I don't really care, but never was a Halo fan.
Who was that?
Same.
I swear I was talking about you. Okay, never mind. All right, new type. What about you? You like Halo?
I like Halo.
You gonna play Halo Reach
Eventually.
eventually?
Yeah.
Fun fact: I actually tried to buy new type Halo Reach last night, and then Steam told me because he lives in America, I can't do that.
This
Because
is
I'm
so-
a filthy American, he won't. He
That's
can't
so
get it.
stupid. Why can Rabbit buy you stuff? You
See,
can't buy-
Americans can buy me things, but I can't give them back.
You heard that, everybody. Buy Blake things.
I mean, hey, if you want to, I mean, I'm not gonna say no. But Riku, how you feel about Halo?
Yeah, they must hate me, right?
How do I feel about Halo? Give me a second.
Okay, all right, hold on, I'm waiting.
Mic check 1 2 2.
Okay, yeah. No, okay.
happened?
He got hold up.
Somebody drop out.
Hold up.
Who dropped out?
Yeah, Riku.
Riku just tabbed out. Hold up,
Ah, man.
hold up. My hands are covered in Burger King sauce. If someone wants to tell him to come back to the Hangout tab, I can move him back over.
You eating Burger King? Why you eating Burger King for?
Listen. I don't want to hear that from someone who doesn't appreciate Halo.
He
Okay.
wants to have it his way.
Actually, he's DMing me. Technical difficulties. What's Riku saying? Invite back. Join Hangout. That I didn't spell that right, but it's fine. Rico, I want you to know if you're listening to the stream right now, my mouse is now covered in barbecue sauce. Thank you.
It's all your fault.
I mean, Burger King is trash though, so you know.
Locked. What's he mean? Oh my. No, join the. Okay, now hold up.
Join the Hangout tab.
You gotta go to the chat, Rico, the Blake's general chat.
Okay,
And he'll move
okay.
you over.
That's all wouldn't have happened if Riku wasn't just
I know, right?
Apparently,
Can't-
reportedly, that
can't trust these Vita lovers.
Exactly.
There he is. Okay, he moved over. Now, there we go.
There we go. That's an odd way to do it.
It's how Discord does it. But go on.
Okay. About how I feel about Halo. I think my entire life it's been similar to what Shadow said. How Shadow feels about it right now. I never really hated Halo, but for my entire life I've been indifferent. I've never really been the Xbox guy. So, I've been on PlayStation and all that stuff. So I remember when I first heard about Halo. Before I even saw anything about Halo and didn't know what type of game it was. I was like, everyone was like, "Oh my god, this new game Halo is fucking amazing, guys!" Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Halo? Is this a game about angels or some shit? To be honest, what I was picturing in my head was literally Bayonetta. I was like, Halo, is this a game you go around and kill angels and take their Halo? I don't fucking know. And then I saw Halo. I was like, what the hell? Why do they call this Halo? This has nothing to do with angels. But,
you have to go into the story to figure out why they call it Halo.
Interesting. But yeah, I never really cared for Halo. I know I have a friend who's heavy into Xbox. He plays it all the time, drinking Mountain Dew and all that shit. But
Oof.
yeah, I know. Right?
Why Mountain Dew?
When Halo
Because
3
that's-
came out, it was like Mountain Dew and Microsoft. They made like this big deal. What did they call it? Game Fuel. They called it Game
G
Fuel.
Fuel.
Yeah, they called it Game Fuel, and everybody apparently it skyrocketed the sales of Mountain Dew during the release of Halo 3. So now kind of Mountain Dew has, at least around here, has always been like the Halo drink. But Halo,
No,
and then,
Mountain Dew is trash, though. I'm sorry. It just
It really is,
and then,
though.
and then we're gonna talk about Doritos. Mountain Dew and Doritos basically came the Xbox, the snack to
Yep.
eat. But yeah, I never really been into Halo. I respect it as a franchise. I'm glad I heard that it was previously on PC and now it's back. Because I remember when I was in school, we always used to play Halo on the computers. But
Yeah, like
I
Halo 1.
I think the
Yeah,
one and two
Halo
were on
1.
PC.
yeah, and now it's finally coming back to PC. And I actually heard it financially was successful when it came to PC. Right? They said a bunch of people was playing it and it's supporting, so that's good. I'm happy for you guys.
Something like 1 million downloads in the first day or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good, especially for a franchise that, at least from what I've seen this entire generation, it's been looking rather spooky. I think as far as like Halo news, this is probably the best news that the Halo franchise has had this entire generation. I don't remember Halo 5 having anything like significantly positive.
No, Halo.
I don't think anybody.
Said
would-
about-
I don't think
It was
anybody
good.
thought
It was all
bad.
right. Yeah,
I think they were mostly disappointed.
really
The main
I didn't hear that.
the
I just
main
heard
thing most people say about Halo 5, it flopped because the console itself flopped. The story mode also wasn't the greatest; it was kind of bad, but the gameplay is solid. Like they added a lot of like movement tech and options, like you could like wall run. No, you can wall run. Know what I'm saying now? It just they changed up the gameplay a little bit, so you could you had like a double jump at all
nice.
times, and there were just a few quality of life changes they made. So the gameplay felt like you had like combat arts to a extent, like you could do like random like not like super moves, but they spruced
Kind of
up
like Destiny.
kinda, yeah. They changed up the gameplay quite a bit, mostly for the better.
Yeah. Aren't they working on Halo 6? Because they said 4, 5, and 6 was it going to be a trilogy or something?
Yeah, Infinite is coming out. It's going to be a launch title for Scarlet, which is going to be their next console. Apparently, that's already coming. They already confirmed that's coming to PC. Whether or not it's Windows 10 or Steam is yet to be decided. But real talk,
It'll probably be like Windows 10 first and then Steam later.
that's probably what's going to happen. But real talk, even if you aren't a Halo fan though, $50, 50 I don't know what it is in America. 50 Canadian bucks, and you get it's 40 in America.
Yeah.
You get Halo 1, Halo 1 Anniversary, Halo 2, Halo 2 Collector's Edition, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo 4, and you get Reach for that price. All those Halo games for like $40.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a good deal.
Like that's I have yet to come across another collection that adds that much. I'm trying to think of any other collections. Like they do typically have like a few other collections out for other types of games. Like Sonic Mega Collection is also another really good one, but that's not nearly as popular. But Trip, how do you feel about a Master Chief Collection? You excited to play it on your new PC?
Okay. Yes, and my opinion of Halo.
Wow.
Go on.
go.
We're listening.
Halo was a thing. I didn't have an Xbox as a kid. I didn't. But my cousins did. And every Thanksgiving, they'd bring it on Christmas. They'd take it all to my grandma's house, and we all have, like, in the back rooms, have Halo things going on. It'd be like that every year until my grandma said, "No more video gamages in my house."
Grandma, please.
But yeah, I didn't really get Halo until I got an Xbox 360, which actually I got Halo with it. Halo, I think I got the metal case of Halo 2. I got like 250, so I got it. The only Halo games I've actually beaten, there's only two. Halo ODST and Halo Reach.
I remember there was a lot of hate for ODST when it first came out. People over here was calling it Halo ODLC, overpriced DLC. I'm like, jeez.
Ah, man.
I thought it was fine.
Y'all ever heard of that ODLC?
What was that the one with the that was a strategy game or something like that? Or
No,
that's
that's
Halo
Halo
Wars.
Halo Wars is
Oh,
good.
okay.
Halo Wars.
Halo ODST is where you played as 3 non-Spartans who just were guarding Earth. The orbital drop stormtroopers. Or is it strike troopers? Basically, you're playing a team who drops from space to anywhere they are needed to go in and take care of business.
Heard people didn't like it because that was the first one to not have Master Chief or something.
It was but
That
I
and also, I think ODST was a bit more like Call of Duty. Like you could die a lot easier because you weren't a Spartan, you were a grunt kind of thing. So a lot of people, it kind of took away what people liked about Halo.
See, ODST did something weird in storytelling too, where like because you all dropped, some incidents happened, and all of you got separated, and you all woke up at different times, and it just kind of progressed. Like for the first few chapters, you played as different members of the ODS team you're part of until you eventually play as your guy, the rookie, for the rest of the game. You know?
Okay.
That's how the game progressed.
Yeah.
Of course, you're the
I would
rookie.
have been a fan of that if I would have to be a heavy Halo guy to like really fucks with it. But I can definitely understand why people wasn't fucking with it, especially if you were the type of person that was heavy into the gameplay.
It also was the only game in the franchise to have gold hunters.
I don't even know what that is.
Sorry,
'cause I don't play Halo.
who asked for gold hunters?
Oh yeah, there are gold hunters in Halo ODST. And you aren't a Spartan, you have to fight gold hunters.
Hunters are really hard to kill, even as a Spartan.
Best example. The hunter is the tank in an MMO, except, yeah, that's basically it. The hunter is the heavy of the enemy team, and then the gold version's like the champion variant.
I will be right back.
I don't know if I put that. I don't know. I'm not good at explaining things.
We'll just wait for Shadow to get back real quick before we dive into our next topic. So yeah, I just had Burger King. That was some good food. Thankfully, the Stream Deck has a mute button, so I can just tap it and then whenever I want, and I can mute myself. So I bet you guys didn't even know I had Burger King. Rico, you still playing Cold Steel 3 right now?
I am. I just have it on. I'm just like going through dungeons, and I have it on turbo mode. Because there's a trophy for collecting every single chest in the game.
I was gonna say,
obviously
how are you with that platinum?
It's coming along just fine. I should definitely have it before 2020.
I need to play.
But anyway, I'm trying to make this my 200th platinum, and I'm at platinum 197 right now. So I got to get 2 other platinums before I make this the 200th.
Jeez.
You like completing games, don't you?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna basically get everything done in Cold Steel 3. Get it basically up to the point where if I take one more step, I'll get that last trophy and the platinum will pop. So I'm gonna get up to that point, save the game, then go get 2 other platinums, and then come back to this one, make it the 200th.
Yeah, Rico, I heard the new Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is a pretty easy platinum.
I've heard otherwise.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've been hearing people complain about that one. It's like, this game is so fucking hard. But I think these are people talking from, these are not Super Monkey Ball like guys saying. I think if you're a Super
balls.
I think if you're a Super Monkey Ball guy and you played it, you're like, yeah, this is easy. But I think if this is your first Super Monkey Ball game, apparently it's gonna fuck you up. So that's probably the people that are saying it.
Well, dang.
But looks like Shadow's back.
Looks like Shadow's back. So
Yeah,
we will continue on with our topics. So Kairi, after 100 million billion thousand trillion years, is finally playable in a Kingdom Hearts game. She's gonna be She's gonna be the main character, or not the main character.
She's the main. Okay, I was gonna say,
Not the main character. She's going to be a playable character in the DLC. So you gotta buy the game and then you gotta buy the DLC too. That's how Nomura's gonna get you. You can finally play as Kairi. Kingdom Hearts fans are going wild because all Nomura's gotta do is torque once and they'll go crazy.
Do we finally get to see Kairi's Keyblade?
Maybe.
Been able to see it. You've always seen it.
Never seen it in action.
Oh, that's true.
Now finally, Kairi can do something. Shadow, as the resident Kingdom Hearts JRPG fan, how does it make you feel?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. All right, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a stack. All right, okay. I don't give a damn about Kairi.
Dang.
Okay? She should have been playable from the jump, from the base game. She should have been playable, or she should have been doing way more than what she did in the game. Okay, She got kidnapped at the end of it. Like, are you fucking serious?
I mean,
You-
in the
you're
first
sitting-
in the first game, she was
She was what?
literal- She
Huh?
was literally split in two.
Listen, we don't care about the other game. We talking about the game that took 10 years to come out, okay? Talk about Kingdom Hearts 3, okay? All right? So, okay? She did nothing in that game. She was like, oh, I'm training with this red guy that's still in the goddamn black jumpsuit. I'm training. I'm going to do my best to hurt Sora. She freaking goes into the last battle, gets Mokubud. I'm like,
Oh,
are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
That's funny.
I'm just like, yo, B. And now now Nomura and Square Enix are gonna they gonna take this part of the game out and make it DLC? Huh?
Where she's useful.
Well, she's actually useful. Yeah, man. You know what? Oh, Square. I ain't gonna lie, Square Enix. I ain't gonna lie, Nomura. You got me. Okay. I'm gonna go and buy a stupid game again and buy the stupid DLC again. You got me. Okay? You got fucking money. You got my money. Okay. Goddamn. All right. Plus
Wait.
the Final Fantasy characters are in there.
So wait, hold. You say buy the game again. Do you really have to buy the game again to get this?
No, I traded the game in.
Nah, he said no, I'm good.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying this is basically the Kingdom Hearts 3 remix.
No,
That's
no, no,
basically
no,
what-
no,
to a
no, it's
degree.
way too soon for that.
No, it's not too soon. Once that DLC drops, I guarantee you by this time next year, Kingdom Hearts is going to be announced for PC, and then you'll get the final mix there.
Has
calling
anyone
it
come
right
to PC
now.
actually?
I said no, another kind of piece. Yo, he got a point. Hold up.
None of them have come to PCs. You know, we know Square Enix ain't scared to put games that haven't been on PC. They will
Especially
do
in
it.
this day and age. Yeah.
Exactly, they will do it, and it's gonna happen.
Hey man, Shadow's been on a roll this like past year and a half or
It is,
two when
yeah.
it comes to like
PC
predicting
ports.
what game will go where. Not even PC ports, because remember, there's another game we're going to be talking about that came to Switch that he apparently.
Yeah, he been saying that for a
Also,
minute.
yeah.
Shadow used to profit. Yo, you better make sure no one's got a bullet to your head because you ain't got inside information.
I'm just gonna say this about Kingdom Hearts. Elevator rides are scary.
Wait, who?
You say elevator rides?
I mean, the whole franchise came about because of an elevator ride.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
What? Really?
You like,
Tell
yeah,
a
I did.
story. Tell a story. I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, yo, I know. Okay, I know what he's talking about. Go ahead.
I don't know the full details. I just know that Order's representative from Disney, representative from Square, they're both on an elevator. They start talking. Kingdom Hearts is born.
It was like literally the epitome of an elevator pitch.
Really? Oh, okay.
The guy from Square had like 10 seconds.
Yep, I remember.
That's a goddamn shame. But yeah, they're adding Final Fantasy characters, and people were arguing with me. Okay, they weren't arguing with me, but people were definitely saying that the Kingdom Hearts story, it has no room for Final Fantasy characters. Square Enix and Nomura said this too, and I kind of agree with that. No, you fucking idiot! They left it out for DLC. Okay. Okay, what's one way to get your game to get back on the map after it's been on the market for months?
DLC?
DLC. How do you guarantee somebody buys Kingdom Hearts DLC?
You hold back something that they want?
Thank you. And they did that, and they're going to make sure people like me are stupid enough to buy it. Because I am in this case.
I'm happy I didn't buy Kingdom Hearts 3 when it came out.
Yeah,
I said Black Friday Kingdom Hearts 3 was like 15, 10 bucks.
Yeah, it had to. Yeah, it was because it's like $25 right now. So I'm a little bit mad about it. I'm gonna make a video myself on this one. I'm not gonna be as mad as I was. 'Cause I'm trying to be very positive. But yeah.
I'm making an assumption here. Are you a Kingdom Hearts fan?
After Kingdom Hearts 3, no, I wasn't. I was there for the longest time. For Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I was there in the trenches. I was like, oh, I love this game so much. And then I grew into a grown-ass man in the span that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And I'm like, bruh, you made me wait since I was in school. Probably middle school or maybe high school.
I remember hearing about Kingdom Hearts 2 when I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, and then you made me wait for this. You still rushed it. You still couldn't get the story together. And you still messed everything up.
It took
You
them
know what?
10 years to make the
10
game,
years.
and then not even have Kingdom Hearts or Kyrie, or not even have Square, Final Fantasy or Kyrie. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, and it's like, yo, what's Kingdom
Back
Hearts?
on-
Kingdom Hearts is Disney crossed with Final Fantasy. How do you take half of that equation out? That doesn't make any sense.
But
to
like
me.
I tell people who defend them removing them, if I wanted to play a Disney game, I'd go play Disney Infinity.
Is that
Didn't
game
that
still
get shut down
around?
though?
No, it got shut down because it was Toys to Life, and it seems like the only people that still do Toys to Life is Nintendo. Everyone else starts like even freaking what's Ubisoft's Toys to Life game? Starlink. Starlink, like you can get the Starlink figures for like 99 cents in a sale bin. Like no one does Toys to Life like properly. Nintendo still kind of does it, more so for the collector's aspect. But also, did you say they're adding Final Fantasy characters to 3? Like that's part of the DLC? Because I didn't hear anything about that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As soon as you see the trailer, the first thing you see is Aerith and I think Squall.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Yuffie and Squall.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, hold on. I might have to. Okay, I might have to. Okay, yeah, it might be
I'll see,
time.
they got him too.
It might be time for me to actually, because I don't intend to buy Kingdom Hearts 3. I have a friend, and she said I could borrow whenever I wanted. So I'm gonna just borrow that from her. I might get that. How much is the DLC going to be? No One's Square, like what, $50?
No one knows yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was $50. It's like pre-order now. Like, oh, pre-order now. Where can I pre-order it? Oh wait, it's a leaked trailer. My fault.
Newtip, you got anything to say though about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kyrie and Square Enix's business practices?
Okay, listen. I like Kingdom Hearts. Story's hot trash, I can admit that, but you know, me and my friends like to theorize on what the fuck this train rate's going. Since we like the series enough. Or my other friend more so than me. And we finally said, thank God they gave this white bread character something to fucking do already. Like, cause Jesus Christ. So yeah, we're very looking forward to whatever the fuck is gonna happen in this DLC.
If anything.
If anything, I don't know.
knowing them, it's probably just gonna be like a DLC character that you can use to play the game again, but she won't even have her own voice quotes. It'll just be Sora's voice coming through her.
I don't think they would do that.
Yeah, you don't think.
Where do you Did you guys watch the trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer.
I didn't
no.
watch the trailer.
I did
okay.
watch the trailer.
I'll wait for it to actually come out to actually see it.
Oh, okay. Because like, there's like somebody that appears at the end of the trailer. I thought it was Noctis.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like-
I know who that is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who's
It's
that?
it's you know the Toy Story world where they had that video game character.
Oh, that's what it is. It's basically
Venom
Noctis.
Rex?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
that guy.
Yeah, it's
that
Noctis.
dude from Venom Rex, huh?
I'm back.
Yep, that game that looks way better than the game I'm playing.
Mm.
So it's not
Tom.
Noctis.
And not
It's
totally
Noctis
It's
1.5.
not Tis.
It's
Yeah,
not
1.5. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, you're still talking.
Nomura said you may not be able to let me finish my story, but I'm going to finish it one way or the other.
So Yuffie Squad. Yeah, so yeah, not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping to see some of the newer Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts, like seeing like Lightning and stuff, because I love the Kingdom Hearts redesigns. Like the Kingdom Hearts redesign for Cloud is one of my favorite designs for him. But I think someone just died outside. But I don't know if that
Yeah.
came through on camera or not. But
heard
Riku, how you
Yeah.
feel about Kingdom Hearts?
So as you guys may know, and if you don't know, now you will know that I was one of the people that was trying. I was basically pulling a bow when it came to Kingdom Hearts. He did it with Trails to get caught up with Trails of Cold Steel 3. I did it with Kingdom Hearts, where Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to come out. I had decided to go play all of the story relevant Kingdom Hearts games up to
Oh,
Kingdom Hearts,
God.
because when Kingdom Hearts 3's release date was announced, the only one that I played up to that point was Kingdom Hearts 1. So I played Chain of Memories, 2, all of those weirdo side.
I mean, I would say
mathematical
isn't
games.
every single Kingdom Hearts game a main story game?
No.
I mean, all technicality, I guess.
Isn't the mobile game
I
also
know.
canon?
Kind of, but
Yeah.
Yeah, for those I would just like either YouTube the shit or look it up. But all of the significant game related ones I played, so Dream Drop, Birth by Sleep, Chain of Memories, all of the gameplay related ones. Fuck Chain of Memories, by the way.
Mhm.
So you know, I played Kingdom Hearts 3. We're not gonna talk about how I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3, but the point is, I didn't like it enough to go for the platinum. So that's definitely saying something for someone like me. Especially if you take into consideration I platinum Kingdom Hearts 2.5, 5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2 Yeah. But as far as this DLC and as far as what I've seen, prior to me seeing it, I really didn't care for it. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I was definitely not even low key, high key salty at Kingdom Hearts 3. So a part of me didn't even want to watch the trailer, didn't really care. But when I did see it, it did look good. It did look like something that I would want to play. So, if my friend gets it, I'll game share it off of him and play it. But I'm definitely not giving Square my money for that.
Especially if that DLC is going to be pricey.
Oh yeah, yeah. How much do you guys think it will be?
Like I said,
$20.
20?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like if it was 50, but I think it might be 30.
I would say minimum 30.
Hear me out. Square
Well, I'm
Enix
on the low side.
actually
High
bundles the DLC separately, and you can buy it physically for $45 in its own game.
I wouldn't. Be
I don't think
surprised.
they. I don't think they're gonna do that.
Then they're gonna
It's
have Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts of the story
Hearts.
so far asterisk asterisk asterisk.
Because it just came to Xbox, right? The whole thing.
3 is on Xbox. I think the story so far came digitally, but not physically to Xbox.
But they have the full thing though. They can play. all of
If
it.
I remember correctly, I think they do. Honestly, I think the story so far could work well on the Switch, like Kingdom Hearts like 1, 2. I'd love to have 2 on the Switch. 2 is still my favorite out of all the games. I would play 2 again in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, 2 is definitely. I could. When I played 2, 2 lived up to all of the hype that people gave it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like the 100,
Especially
100
2.5 HD. Oh my god.
Oh, I think what was it called? The 100 Shadow Battle that had like Squall and all the Final Fantasy
Yeah.
characters. See, that was dope. You don't get that when you just have Donald and Goofy and these knockoff Disney characters.
I just like the part in Kingdom Hearts 2.5 where you can fight all of the organization members in their prime in separate boss battles. That was
Yeah, that's the data org battles.
the data battles. Those were the most fun I had.
I think Lark Seam was the only one of them I actually did because she's my favorite, and then everyone else I just kind of walked away from.
she was low key the hardest one, so
Was she?
And low key, the easiest.
yeah, she was like both.
There. New type. Were you there when I did that? Because I can't remember if I did like an exploit or something for it.
I don't think I was there. Basically, the way to beat her is wait for it to do a clone of herself and then just reflect everything, and then she instantly kills herself.
That sounds familiar, and I feel like I might have done that.
So she's low key one of the hardest and low key the easiest. So it's pretty funny. Since Reflect's really broken that game.
Lion King's like my favorite Disney film of all time. A lot of people told me like Beware the Lion King world is like the worst in the game. I liked it. I liked the Lion
I
King
liked
world.
it too.
It was
really
fine.
good. I don't know why people were complaining. So
I mean, I understand like the
Must
gameplay felt kind of weird, and Sora's like because of his like combos didn't flow as well anymore because he was an animal. Least
That's
favorite
fine.
world from 2 is definitely the Tron world. I cannot do Tron in anything, bro. I could not stand it.
Yeah, Tron was
Really?
like it was bad. Well, to me, it was bad.
Interesting.
it was okay. I didn't really. It's one of the worlds I really don't look forward to. It's just there.
Trip,
I think
was,
you can skip it. I think.
was there anything you wanted to add, Trip, to the Kingdom Hearts discussion?
Well, I enjoy Kingdom Hearts,
Mm-hmm.
but
But
I would say this. I got 2 of my consoles because of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, so Kingdom Hearts technically to you is a console seller.
I got a PSP for Birth by Sleep and a 3DS for Dream Drop Distance.
okay.
Of course, I didn't play I played other games on my PSP a lot more than Birth by Sleep, I'll tell you that. But to this day, I have not beaten a single Kingdom Hearts game, if that
Jeez.
tells you anything.
Really?
That's weird. Why do you buy a console for Kingdom Hearts but not beat the game?
I'm weird.
Okay.
Oh, you don't finish anything, Trip though. So
Listen, don't call him out like that on the podcast, Trip. Ignoring you, type. Go on.
That's not true. I do finish things.
I'll say you that guy from Jimmy Neutron that couldn't finish anything, not even sentences.
Oh, man.
That's
Hate
still,
to,
not,
hate to hear it.
that's still not true.
I'm just joking with you.
So are we done? We done talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 for now?
Yes, we
I
are
think
done
so.
talking about Kingdom
All
Hearts
right.
3.
We've basically run out of topics at this point. We've got a few subtopics here. That's not a word. Subtopics here. Like Johnny Young Bosch is the new voice actor for Broly because of all that
I don't know.
all that all that drama with I think Vic
Manana.
yeah him.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, him.
I can remember. I cannot remember his last name. Honestly, a lot of people are saying that he fits Broly. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, I disagree.
I
He's a
don't
fraud.
like it.
Like when I think of the word Brawly, I also think of the word Brawlic, and he doesn't sound Brawlic.
No, he definitely doesn't. Like because all the character like Johnny Young Bosch has never played a character like this. Like all of his characters, like Ichigo, Lelouch.
Yeah, they were like very
Zero.
young.
Yeah,
Hot-headed
young shonen
guys.
characters. Shonen.
Yeah, they were shonen characters.
He was he is the voice. He is the English dub shonen boy
That is
voice
true.
actor. So like when you give him Broly, it's just like you can still hear the Ichigo in his voice when he does Broly.
Ichigo,
And
Vash from Trigun.
Yeah, you can-
like
well, I can't hear the Vash, but I can definitely hear the Ichigo. I can hear the Zero. I can hear the
Yu
Lelouch.
Narukami.
Yeah.
Like
He also did.
30%
I
of
think
all
he also
anime.
did Joshua. He did Joshua in Trails
In
in the
JoJo,
Sky.
yeah. What? No. No, wait. No, the first he
No,
did
yeah,
Jonathan.
Yeah, he did Jonathan in JoJo's also. Yeah, you're right about that. But no, I was saying, yeah, he did the voice, the battle voices in Trails in the Sky. He did Joshua in that also. I was like, But yeah, I don't know, his voice is too distinctive to the point where it's like you can hear, his voice in Brawly, and I'm not. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is good. I'm not a fan of it. I'm sorry. Maybe it's probably one of those things that eventually I'm gonna have to hear it a lot for me to get used to it. And then that's the thing. How many other than the video games is the anime kind of implied that Broly's going to be relevant from here on out? But I don't know if that's the case because I haven't been reading the manga. But the movie for the Brawly made it seem like he's going to be coming back in some way, shape, or form. So, and if he is,
Nah, I think he is gonna come back. Maybe not as soon as the Super anime starts back up, but probably in like
Yeah.
a second season or something.
yeah, like bring him in as reinforcements on some
Yeah.
Hulk from the Avengers type of shit.
Yeah.
But the point is, yeah, if that is the case and he does come back, then maybe that's the thing. I don't watch my Dragon Ball in dub anyway, so I don't even think that's gonna happen. So yeah, I think it's to the point where he's probably never going to sound natural to me. New Dragon Ball content I consume in the Japanese voices anyway. Like I'll play Xenoverse 3 if that comes out and when he's in there. Sure.
My first experience with Broly was I can't remember the name of the game. It was a PS2 game. I think it was like Dragon Ball like Saga or something.
Oh man.
I can't.
guess
Oh,
Either way, they made Broly sound like he was roided up in Russian, so that's always been my impression of Broly, and just every other Broly voice sounds incorrect to me.
First of all, Saga's is terrible. It's a terrible game.
Yeah,
Was
Sagas
it?
is-
Okay. It crashed,
Yeah.
like, it would actually just freeze on us at times after we'd gotten, like, an
No,
hour
yeah,
into the
it
game.
was really bad. Had a lot of problems.
But because we had gotten it for, like, $5 out of, like, a pawn shop, me and my cousins just kept trying to play it, and eventually we're like, nah, now we're good.
No one will blame you.
On to our next topic, the subtopic though. Trails of Cold Steel 3 coming to the Switch. We have the prophet himself, Mr. JRPG. Yeah, shout, talk about it. Go ahead and just take the floor.
Nah, I'm gonna let Riku talk about
Oh
this.
shit! All right,
Is
okay.
it?
There you go.
Wholesome Son 1.
About time
Let's
pass.
be, let's be wholesome now, because I could definitely be on some toxic shit and go in on some people. But we're gonna be we're gonna be wholesome. I am happy that Trails of Cold Steel 3 is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Like I said on Twitter when this news came out, in the grand scheme of things, this is only good for the franchise because, like I was telling Shadow yesterday, regardless of how much information from a story standpoint that you know about, when you play Cold Steel 3 and you get to that ending, you're gonna want to play Cold Steel 4. There's no way that's not going to be the case, right? Like I said, regardless of what you know of the franchise and your connection to it prior to you playing Cold Steel 3, and that's going to apply to the Nintendo guys that do decide to hop into Cold Steel 3 as their first game. Will it make them want to play the previous games? Hopefully, but I can guarantee that they will want to play Cold Steel 4. And with NIS having both Ease and Trails in their pocket now, you can basically it's basically guaranteed that all Ys and Trails games made by them from here on moving forward will be coming to the Switch. So Ys 9 will definitely coming to the Switch when that comes out over here also, and Cold Steel 4, which this will help. This will be nothing but good for Cold Steel 4 because not only will it have the us PlayStation guys who are hype for Cold Steel 4 right now, ready for Cold Steel 4. It will also get the Nintendo Switch guys ready and hyped for Cold Steel 4 also. So at the end of the day, this is only good for Cold Steel 4 in regards to sales. And like Nihon Falcom wanted in the beginning, the reason Cold Steel 3 was even on PlayStation 4 to begin with, they said their main reason was because they said the install base of the PlayStation 4 during that time was something that they could not ignore. If the install base wasn't as crazy, they said Cold Steel 3 would have been a Vita game. It would have been a Vita game, and it could have gotten a PS4 port, but it would have definitely been like optimized for the Vita. But they were like, we need to really push this PS4 and get that install base. So that's why it was moved over to the PS4. It wasn't because we know Falcom isn't the type of company to care about technical depth in their game or graphical fidelity. They just want to make a good game, so they don't care about all of that stuff. But when it came to the install base, that was something that they could not ignore. And they said this earlier this week too. They said it again. Nintendo Switch is looking rather tasty over there. That install base of the outside of Japan for Nintendo Switch is looking pretty good. So they want to do something with that. So they're using NAS right now to make sure that they can get as many people onto these Falcon games as possible. And the Nintendo Switch people love them some Ys 8, man. I think more than the PlayStation guys, they were praising the fuck out of Ys 8. I was surprised. So they're Ys fans. Wasn't there like a guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, Beat 'em Ups or something? He was talking about how he liked Ys 8 more than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And man, those Nintendo guys tore him a new one for saying that. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? But yeah, that just goes to show that some of these Nintendo guys, man, they're really fucking with Ys. And I do think that they will fuck with the Trails games also, regardless if this is their first game in the entry or not. So I'm happy.
Can you actually start with Cold Steel? Because doesn't Cold Steel 3 spoil 1 and 2 like in the first minute?
It does, but sadly, they tried to put some type of a backstory into the game. It's a really not that good way to get caught up, but it is in the game at the main menu. Before you start the game, there is like this section you can go to where it has the two Cold Steel 1 and 2 broken down into written chapters, so you can kind of read it like a Sparks and Note novelized version of Cold Steel 1 and 2, and you can kind of get the heavy points and understand what's going on hopping into Cold Steel 3. Definitely the worst way of getting caught up, but it is a way, and everyone's talking about, Xseed is the ones that hold the rights for Cold Steel 1 and 2. So if you want Cold Steel 1 and 2 to come to Switch, go bother Xseed about that. And everyone right now is bothering Xseed, and Xseed is not saying a damn thing.
I would say, do you really think they'll port 3 and then not have any plans for 1 and 2?
If Xseed is smart, that's what they need to do, because once people finish playing Cold Steel 1 and 2, you would assume that once people finish playing Cold Steel 3, you would assume that they would want to play 1 and 2. So they're either going to go. A lot of people I hear that when you have a Switch and you don't have a PlayStation, you most likely have a PC. So they're probably gonna go and play it on Steam. But it would just be better. Xseed, just bring them over. Just bring them over. Xseed, stop being lazy. There's money to be made. You're not really doing anything with Cold Steel 1 and 2. They're kind of not gonna make any more money than what they do when they go on sale in Steam. From here on out, just go ahead and move them over to the Switch, and get a little extra spike in money, So, but it is definitely a possibility. But Xseed is they're Xseed, man.
Let me ask you a question, Riku. Yeah, like you said, the games are probably more likely going to go on the Switch. So that in turn is going to get the Switch fan base on it. That will get more people to, be interested in the series. You'll get more fans of the series.
Correct.
Are you afraid of the fan base becoming toxic? If this should happen?
I think right now there is a small group of toxic Falcom fans. I personally call them the Falcom. What is the word I used? Hipsters. There we go. I call them the Falcom hipsters. These are the guys that, in their opinion, the only good games that Falcom has ever made is Ys Oath of Felghana and what was the other game? It was Ys Oath of Felghana and I think it was Trails in the Sky. Like Trails in the Sky. They think literally every other Nihon Falcom game is garbage. And these guys are, you can find them in your Falcom discords or anywhere, and they just hate on everything, man. They think Reen is terrible. They think Ys 8 is garbage. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? How do you guys call yourself Falcom fans when you literally hate everything? I had to leave the discords of those things because it's just extremely toxic over there.
So you think that's gonna happen? Do you think like the more people get into this, we're gonna get a toxic fan base? Isn't that inevitable? If a fan base gets too big, it might.
Yeah.
become
Oh yeah.
toxic.
It's definitely gonna happen if it gets super big. That's the case with literally every fan base. Please find me a fan base that's really, really, really big and it doesn't have a toxic side to it. Send them my way. I would like to examine them and see what they're doing, what they're doing right and what we're doing wrong. But as far as I've seen, that's like bound to happen. How would I feel about it? It depends. It depends on what they're saying, because you know how toxic communities can do. They be saying some wild shit, man. But I would hate for that to be the case. But I would be like, this is kind of inevitable. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's a growing community. So, and that's all I want. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So that just about wraps it up for Cold Steel. We also got a new announcement. Atlas got to stop doing these stupid announcement like a full month early for a 2-minute trailer to give us the release date. They had like a whole announced event like we didn't already know this game was going to come out next year. Persona 5 Royal got a new. Would you say it's a trailer or it was? Atlas said the game's going to be out March 31st. There's a new. What are they calling this edition? The Thieves Edition or something like that.
There's a couple editions that's coming.
There's a new big pricey one coming out. I've already got it pre-ordered, but that's neither here nor there. And coming out March 31st. March is going to be packed this year for games. We got Doom Eternal, Animal Crossing, Persona 5, the Royal. What else am I forgetting? There's a few other things I'm forgetting.
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7.
Yep.
It's gonna be bulky this year. But anyone here gonna be picking up Persona 5 the Royal?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think the better question is who isn't.
Yep. I'm absolutely gonna pick that up.
Who here isn't going to be picking up Persona 5 Royal? There you go.
Well, dang. Well, when you put it like that,
Yeah.
Grand Tour, nobody, everybody gonna be out here on this Persona goodness, as they should be.
As they should be. I'm definitely interested in the new gameplay mechanics, because that was one thing that Persona 5. I felt Persona 5. I love the baton pass system, but I felt endgame it wasn't really
needed.
useful. It was like you can Megidola on everything. The like baton pass wasn't really like other than the fight against the the two twins at the very, very, very end. Baton pass was slowly becoming irrelevant. So all of these new little like special attacks that they have going on, I'm really hyped for those. I've been
like the combo attacks.
I'm sorry, that was my fucking laptop. Yeah, all those combo attacks and whatnot. I think I've been holding off on looking at a couple of them. I've seen a little small seconds here and there, but I'm really hyped to see those. That's like the biggest thing in Persona 5R. I'm hyped to see. And the new girl Kasumi. She's looking like she might be new best girl. Makoto, you got some competition.
Whoa, see, Makoto was still there, but I can definitely make room for Kasumi. I mean, like, because
I think Kasumi's definitely gonna be either at least a second. I think when Kasumi comes in, she's gonna be.
Oh yeah, easy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Haru fans and
those exist.
fans. If you're, Gabby's like a Haru fan. Remember?
I like Haru.
Gabby's like the biggest Haru fan I know. You talk about Haru bad. She's probably gonna have to let you. Have to
Listen, if Makoto wasn't there, I would have chose Haru.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of on fans out there also.
Yeah, I like On. On's like second for me.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I like
On,
on at first, and then I slowly stopped liking her.
The fan art of On, like with her hair down, now that is some good fan art. Like On,
Yeah, I like her hair
On
down.
with hair down, because I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I am a huge campaigner of the Student Tails. I love the Twin Tails, but I just feel like they don't look as good on as her hair does down. Just personal opinion. If Makoto was in the game though, I probably would have just gone for Hifumi. Not gonna
I would
lie.
have gone for a Futaba. I'm a Futaba guy. Especially since when you max out her bonding thing, she's like, "Is the trophy gonna pop up?" I'm like, "Yeah, this girl right here."
Shimano, right after you, Riku. Trip, you've been pretty quiet. I know you've been playing through Persona 5, or you were at one point, and you never finished it. Are you gonna finish Persona 5 first, or are you just gonna dive right into Royal?
I would have to finish Persona 5 first before I actually tackled Royal, since so much would be different. It'd be like playing like
A
you're
different
halfway
game.
through Persona 4, and then you just say, "Screw it, I'm just gonna start Persona 4 Golden," and like not realize differences between the two. And I hate doing that.
I mean, why not though? I mean, like
It's just the way I do things.
Okay.
I'm like that also, so I understand where he's coming from.
I
When I already
heard.
start Persona 5, I don't want to stop in the middle and start it again with a different when it's like completely different.
But when did you start Persona 5?
A while ago, I haven't finished it.
So you probably forgot about everything. You just go back to the definitive
The
edition.
problem is I record and let's play it, so if I did forget something, I can go back and look.
Oh man. Okay.
I've heard from some people who have played Royal. They say not a whole lot's changed. Like it's
Yeah,
still
some people have come to me and said that not a lot is going on. I'm like, well, I can't. I'm not gonna look up the stuff to just get spoiled. So I'll just have to wait and see myself. But if it is like this could have been DLC, I definitely will say something.
Definitely, but I feel like the combo attacks and like the gameplay elements, like all like the redesigns and the art redraws, like those are pretty cool. But I think it's the story bits towards the end of the game. We're not gonna talk about spoilers here because Trip hasn't finished the game. But I think the ending is the big change point for the game.
Here's something I think would be interesting. I know they won't do it. If you played Persona 5, you could carry your save over and start Persona 5 Royal with the New Game Plus.
That would be nice if you could carry like some compendium data or something like that.
Because then you could literally do the thing from the Persona 4 anime to Persona 4 Golden anime.
Yes, you could. That'd be pretty interesting.
because Persona 4 Golden anime was just New Game Plus. They literally played it like that, I believe. Right?
Something like that.
I never actually watched it.
Well, literally, in the first scene of the Golden anime, he does the whole "I show courage against the teachers" insult, which you can only do if you've actually on New Game Plus.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like it even shows like his stat sheet when you start the anime, and it's like maxed.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely new Game Plus.
Moving past Persona 5 R though, we've got the definitive Persona 5 game coming out next year, Persona 5 Scramble, which is a direct sequel to Persona 5. Wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it at first because it seemed like they had changed a lot of it up so it didn't look too Muso, but the trailers they've been putting out for Yusuke on Ryuji, they've shown us some more gameplay, and it's Muso. It is Muso, and I am so excited for it, but it's Persona at the same time. Like it's got like all like the Persona 5 UI and stuff. So like I'm anticipating this more because it's a new game, whereas Royal is more so a definitive edition with added content kind of thing.
You have to remember, Persona is like Kingdom Hearts. Everything is canon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Scramble. It's funny because when Omega Force was making the game, like early development, they really didn't have shit yet. Apparently, Atlas told them, if you guys fuck this up, we are never working with you again. They were like, holy fuck. So they put a lot of effort into making this game look really like authentic to Persona 5, and you can definitely see it. So Yeah, I think more people need to be doing that to Omega Force. I know I'm like you guys know, I'm a heavy Dinosaurs guy, so I know Omega Force. They be getting lazy here and there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Atlas
Atlas really slapped them on the butt there, and they pushed out their best efforts when it came to this game. So I'll be looking forward to this one because, like I told you guys in the group chat, if you were reading, I've fallen off of Muso, and it's sad. And this looks like one that will.
It's because a lot of the newer Muso titles just kind of feel lackluster.
I would say a lot of the mainline newer ones feel lackluster. It seems like when it comes to the spin-offs, they do for the most part, if not like 9 times out of 10, they do them justice because of the fact that they are the licensed games and they want to make whoever they're adapting their game into a Muso, they want to make them proud. So they put a lot of effort into the One Piece games. Hyrule Warriors got respect. Fist of the North Star got respect too. The Dynasty Wars Gundams ones, debatably they got respect also. So a lot of the spin-off games, if you only played the Muso spin-off games, for the most part, you're gonna get a good Muso game. But if you play the mainline ones, they've really been like going downhill. Like the only spin-off Muso game I heard that people were like iffy about from a gameplay standpoint was Fire Emblem Muso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate what happened with that because Hyrule Warriors was so good, but Fire Emblem Warriors felt like they dropped the ball a little bit.
Yeah. That's probably why Atlas said what they said. They're like, you give us a Fire Emblem Warriors, we're not working with you no more. So they're probably just like, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Scramble.
All right. Everyone else, anyone else got anything to say about Scramble?
I will be right back.
I don't know. I'm not really a huge Muso fan, but I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game. It just looks good.
Do you know what Atlas title would work really well as a Muso game?
Shin Megami Tensei?
Kekabancho.
Wait, what did you just say?
Kekabancho.
I'd never heard of that.
What is that?
In the U.S. and other areas, we only got the one release on the PSP, but it's a series that has... Basically, you're playing a high school delinquent.
Okay.
Imagine Yakuza, but you're a high school delinquent.
I don't know. No.
Okay, so it's... Yeah, when you said high school delinquent, I was like, okay, that sounds like Atlas.
You're a boncho.
Okay.
You know what a boncho is, right?
Yeah, delinquent.
Let me just... I'm bad at describing things. Let me just get something real
Ask
quick.
Google.
I'm going to
Google.
get a cover of the game.
Okay, Google.
Kenkabancho, my correction. It's Kenkabancho, Kankabancho, Badass Rumble. That's
Badass
another one I hear in
Rumble.
the States.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
not you mentioned that does sound familiar.
Oh God, they released Kekabancho Otome's second Rumble on the Vita.
Riku's out right now. Now's our only chance.
I never even heard of that. Otome What? What has happened to Kekabancho? What has
I
happened?
don't know. You tell me.
What has happened to the franchise? You could dress up in a banana suit and beat people up in.
GTA?
Turn to
Yeah.
Yakuza.
I just heard about this series 30 seconds ago, so yeah.
Wait, what is that? Why? Okay. Shadow, how do you feel about Persona 5S? How do you feel about it now, rather? Because I know when it first got announced.
Conversation.
I promise not the word shade trip. We just gotta keep the ball rolling. When it first got announced, Shadow was throwing Z's, and then we all called him a fraud because he's a Persona fan. But Shadow, how you feel about Persona 5 Scramble after seeing some of the new stuff and hearing some of the new information that's been out? This man still stays sleeping. This man stays sleeping. It's a direct sequel to the game he bought 11 copies of, and he can't buy one copy of Scramble.
Listen, man, nobody cares about warrior style games. All right, that's first of all. All right.
But the story is canon and a sequel.
Yeah, cool story, bro. But like, I ain't gonna sit here and button mash my way through a horde of enemies just because. But nah, seriously. I'm probably gonna get it. I don't see why not. It is Persona. I do like Persona 5, so I'm probably gonna end up getting it. I would like to get it at a reduced price. Like I hope I would get it for like $40, not 60. But I think it looks pretty good. It looks like it's gonna be the best Muso game. It looks like this is gonna be the Muso standard for other Muso games to follow because Muso games are trash. So they're gonna come in here and make Muso games great again.
Yeah, right. Trump settled down a
Here
little bit there.
first, make Muso games great again.
Yeah. There you go.
I love in the comment section of if you go on YouTube right now, the comment section for the reveal trailer, like the very first gameplay trailer they had in English, it's just people saying, "Imagine if Fire Emblem Warriors was half as good as this looked."
Oh man, Fire Emblem Warriors was trash though. Well, supposedly it was.
It's like imagine you buy a burger and they say they're gonna give you 2 patties, pickles. Like imagine you order a Big Mac, but instead of getting like the 2 patties, the 3 buns, the sauce, and the pickles, you get 2 patties, and then you get the bread.
Oh man, is the cheese and lettuce DLC?
Bro, no. The cheese and lettuce is DLC, but when you buy the cheese DLC, they give you lettuce instead.
Okay, that's weird.
My biggest gripe was that we had giant like behemoth titles like Warriors Orochi, where they had like 170 plus playable characters, all played differently. Fire Emblem Warriors had less than 30 in the base roster, and only like 17 of them actually played uniquely. The rest of them were all clone characters.
Wow.
And at that point, for a Warriors game, it's almost like you're training up the same character multiple times, and whereas the gameplay style can get repetitive to a lot of people, it's not enticing. So that was the big issue. That and the stability was a little lackluster, but I guess it was their very first Switch game, so they were still trying to learn a little bit more. Hyrule Definitive Edition is an amazing game, and everyone who's a big Zelda fan or Muso fan should play it because it's a fantastic game. That's just personal opinion though. Yeah, I think that basically does it for that topic as well. Something I realized we just skimmed over was Sony tweeted out that the PS5 is going to be out by next Black Friday. Do we believe them?
Maybe.
It could be.
I don't know.
It's definitely gonna be out next year, so I don't see why not. Like, it's not gonna come out like in December, so it's got to come out sometime in November or late October.
Mm-hmm. I just don't want it to be a brick.
What do you mean, brick?
I'm tired of the boxes we're always getting.
I mean, I'm not gonna be looking at my PlayStation, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, as long as it runs and it doesn't like sound like a jet engine, I'm good.
I miss consoles that had unique looks and designs.
Have you seen Nintendo's last 8 generations? They all different. The GameCube was a lunchbox.
Oh, basically, yeah.
For real though, why did it have a handle though? What did anyone use that handle for anything?
Absolutely.
But yeah, has anyone here seen the PS5 dev kit?
The one that's got like the 5 different like disc slots in it or something like that.
No, the one that looks like a victory symbol.
It's supposed to be a Roman numeral for 4. I mean for 5. 4. For 5.
4. What are you talking about?
I mean 5. What am I?
Close enough. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about now.
I would be okay with that design. At least.
Why would you be okay? That looks stupid, huh?
I would be. At least it's not a box.
It looks like the Avengers symbol.
Square.
Nah, the people wouldn't buy it if it looked like that. I mean, I understand that's your preference, but that's just a bad idea.
I'm sorry, but I get that, and then I'd make Fairy Oddparent jokes. Ah, the V cube.
But okay, so that's a fan in the middle of it, yeah? Wouldn't that just be
think so.
blowing air into each other?
That's true. Yeah.
It's just super ventilated.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, and does it have a disk drive anywhere?
Okay. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, right there at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay, so that's a disk drive. Okay, yeah. Riku, how do you feel about this mock-up PS5?
It looks fucking stupid.
Thank you.
I feel the reason they fucking. You see this giant V, like, oh, this is a V for the Roman numeral 5, PlayStation 5.
There.
Stop. No.
There we go.
It's just a dev kit, so we know it's this ain't shit. What I am even more disappointed in is the fact that as far as what we've seen with the little patent pictures for the DualShock 5, it looks very similar to the DualShock 4. And as far as from a form factor, I didn't have a problem with the DualShock 4. Durability standpoint, DualShock 4 was kind of a mid, and we know that we already know that the battery life on that was fucking garbage. But I hope the DualShock 5 is a lot better than the DualShock 4 from a durability and battery life standpoint. Apparently, there's another controller that's coming out. That I kickstarted it like fucking 2 years ago or some shit, but it should be coming out soon. It's called the All Controller, and this controller is as its name implies, it's a controller that works for everything. Nintendo Switch, literally everything. And that one was promising 40 hours of battery life. And I'm like, if it's possible for controllers to even, because I didn't even think that was a fucking, you could even have that much battery life in a controller to begin with. And like I said, they've had a functioning version of this controller working for about 2 years now. They're just trying to make sure everything is good to, send it off to its supporters. But the fact is, they have a 40-hour battery gaming controller that fucking exists. Why the hell can we not even get half of that in our controllers?
Probably costs it forever it costs a lot to make that, manufacture that.
Probably, but it's just like, isn't that why Elite and Pro controllers exist? Like, you can definitely make your money back if there. Why isn't there a DualShock 4 Pro?
Question:
like,
is the 40 hours of it being used or just sitting there on the table?
No, they said they've tested it and they've gotten 40 hours of battery life out of it.
Well, you know
So,
why. They want more money.
So Riku, I'm about to blow your mind. What if I told you there's already a first-party controller on the marketplace that's got a battery life of over 70 hours?
First party?
Send that shit my way. Link it in the chat.
How much is it?
How much is it? Now you can get it for like $5. And I'm gonna post a picture of it, and Shadow's gonna have an aneurysm. 80-hour battery life in this guy.
Oh, the Wii U controller. I heard good things about the Wii U controller.
Oh my god!
I don't necessarily like
the Wii U Pro controller lasts 80 hours on a single charge.
It does. It does.
Listen.
I
don't know what that console is. I don't know what controller you just brought to the table just now, but you need to get it away, okay?
But here's the thing.
That was the best part of the Wii U, was that controller lasted so long.
You know what's sad about that? What you use a controller for?
Playing a game? Wait, stop.
What you have? Yeah, thank you. Rest my case. There you go.
Well, let's see what games of the Wii U have. The Wii U has Xenoblade Chronicles X.
That's about all it's got now. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Hot Boat. So even the Switch Pro controller, I think it's got like a 60-hour battery life in it.
Oh, it does?
It's really just Xbox and PlayStation controllers that like my DualShock 4. It lasts.
I rarely charge this Switch Pro controller. I rarely have to charge it. So, yeah,
I heard good things about the Switch Pro controller's battery also.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That you're only making my point even stronger. It's the fact that the further you go back and the higher the battery life is, there's no fucking reason why a DualShock 4 or any current gen controller should not give us at least 20 hours of battery life of like hardcore gaming. If there's controllers out there that have 40 and 80 hours, like you guys can't just give us 20. Why does it always have to be like 12 at max?
Yeah, it's probably cheap. It's probably cheapest to give us the
I completely understand that, but like I said, there still has not been an elite controller for the PlayStation. Like, doesn't Xbox has a bunch of elite controllers? I don't know.
That's because Xbox ain't doing nothing. That's why they make all these controllers.
I completely understand that. They're like, oh yeah, we got all these controllers, baby. I can understand that.
Hold up. PlayStation did release a Pro controller earlier this year in April. I'll show you.
No, but that's the thing though. They aren't made by DualShock. They're made by other people that are licensed to PlayStation to be their PlayStation Elite controller. But stop it. This is not the place. We all know this isn't the even though they call it the official one. I have that controller right now.
Do you actually? The C40?
That one gives you Yeah, the C40. I have that. That costs $250.
Bro, yes, it does. How, bro? You got that Vita? Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually, that's how I'm using it to talk to you guys via Discord right now. I have it plugged into my GPD one too, and yeah, I game with it. It's a good. That one's a good controller. Sadly, I feel like I need to do a review on this fucking controller on some site as like some often because I have a lot of things to say about that fucking controller, especially from a durability standpoint. Because for a $250 controller, I'm actually disappointed in the durability. Like I'm already at it. I bought this controller back in the summer, and I already have analog drift on my left analog.
Wait. Controllers that aren't Joy-Cons drift?
I know.
What? It's almost like that happens to controllers if you don't take care of them.
Nah, chill.
I wouldn't
I take care of my Switch.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
necessarily say you don't take care of them. I think it's just, durability and maybe a bad couple of them. But I definitely take care of my controllers. But the thing is, I don't expect this from no damn $250 controller, So it's that's disappointing. And the battery life, even though this one I think they advertised 20 hours or 6, I think they said 16 to 20 hours of battery life. That's cool and all, but here's the thing: when you plug in, it comes with a dongle. You plug it in, and it I think all controllers that aren't the DualShock, they require a dongle to be plugged in, and when you do it that way, they do not give you any visual notification on the screen into what your battery percentage is. Meaning, when this controller dies, you won't know. So it's just like I've definitely been in situations in games that require my active feedback constantly. The controller just dies on me, and it causes me to shit. And it's just like, man, shit fucking sucks when this shit happens. So that like I said, these small things in the $250 controller is just like you can't let them slide, sadly. So a part of me is just a teensy bit disappointed in the little things that build up to make the price kind of disappointing. But even with this one, it's just like, this isn't DualShock making this. This is Astro making this for Sony, and every other like controller I've seen that says they are the elite controller for PlayStation aren't DualShock. I need DualShock to get their shit together and make a DualShock 5 Pro. But maybe we'll see it next gen with the PS5, because maybe. But yeah, PS5, that design's stupid. We know that's not going to be the main one. I'm interested to see what the real thing is going to look like,
which will probably be revealed at E3.
If they're at E3 next
or
year,
Sony's State of Play on Tuesday, they're going to show off the new PS5.
I would like to at least see them show off the controller I can see them at least showing off the controller at State of Play, but I mean, every State of Play up to this point have been disappointing. So maybe this is our last chance to make people realize that State of Play ain't garbage.
I love how all the replies on Sony's tweet of State of Play are just like, can't be worse than the last one, right?
Yeah. You know how they could advertise the PS5?
Go on.
They could show the PS2 logo and have the 2 turn around.
What is that supposed to imply?
I don't know, but it's a way they could advertise it, and I think it would probably. Make
Sony
sense
would do
for
something
them.
like that.
They would.
I guess. I'm just like, why would you do the 2 though? It's like, didn't you guys have a PS3 and PS4 though? Why would you go? I know PS1.
I know, but then they show off the PS5. It just looks like a bigger PS2.
Jeez. I can see them doing that where it says PlayStation 5 and then it turns into a 2, implying that it has PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility. That would be cool.
That would make sense, and it would be clever, in a sense.
Yeah, that would definitely be clever if that's the case. I would
like it would be just like a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3 making a baby, and then the PlayStation 5 comes out.
Jeez. They were into some crazy advertisements back in the day, like that floating baby PS3 advertisement, or the one where the Rubik's Cube, the PlayStation 3 picks up the Rubik's Cube, solves it in 3 seconds, and then it just explodes. I'm like, what the fuck kind of commercial is this?
I mean, you know what they could do? I know what they're going to do if they have backwards compatibility with the PS5. You ever see those Crave commercials?
No, I haven't.
The cereal.
No, I don't even know.
Don't think so.
Well, the Crave commercials, the cereal
Okay.
eats each other because they all want it because they're all delicious.
Okay.
So you have the PS5, it comes in and starts eating all the other consoles.
That's weird.
Dead.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
that
That
is
was
kinda
back
weird.
in the day, though. Their advertisement campaign back in the day was fucking weird.
Do they hire a
They had
certain group for
crazy
that or
squirrels advertising the PSP. Like I can't
something?
stand with their advertisement team.
Why squirrel?
I don't
Why
know.
not squirrels?
They had,
Squirrels are
they had
fun.
like these weird freaking Latino accents onto them.
What?
Ooh, the PSP. Yeah.
What?
I'm like, what is going on right now? You not remember those PSP squirrels?
Wait.
Go to
No.
YouTube and type in,
Are
go
you-
to YouTube and type in PSP squirrels, and then you're gonna
Should
see
there
all of
be
these
PSP
weird,
squirrels or Cheech
yeah,
and Chong
squirrels, like these
squirrels?
little fucking rodent squirrels. Type in PSP squirrels on YouTube, and you're gonna see these weird little animated black and white squirrels.
They're
trying to
Latino?
advertise them. Yeah, no, they have Latino accents. Like
Let me
you can
look at
hear it.
this.
They sound like fucking Mexicans.
What do you have to say about this?
I don't know.
Hey,
feel
if I was
comfortable.
Latino, I would feel offended that I'm being represented as a squirrel trying to advertise a PlayStation.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised you didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if that commercial did not air in like on Canadian TVs, but it was definitely being spammed on American TVs.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
remember
ads.
that at all.
There's a lot of ads you guys got that we didn't.
You mean this?
That one was a fucking
You
weird
mean this
one, man.
commercial?
That's it.
They don't sound like that at all. I think you remembered it wrong.
Maybe I am. They had some type of like urban accent to
Urban accent. You heard it here first.
You know,
I think you're thinking of this one.
Let me hear this one. Let's hear this.
Oh, okay. I
Oh
remember
yeah, it
this
was
now.
the dust balls. Okay, yeah, it was the little. I forgot they advertised.
Listen, as a
the-
Spanish-speaking Latino, I don't feel good.
That's even worse, man. Which one do you want to be represented as? These crazy squirrels or literal dust balls?
I don't want to be.
They look like air balls that a cat coughed up, and now they're advertising a PSP to you. What the fuck?
Sony, please.
Yeah, they're the ones that I was thinking of. My bad. Jesus Christ.
I
We'll
miss
see
weird
what type of
commercials.
advertisement campaign they do with the PlayStation 5. But
This,
I
a
miss
part of me is
weird-
looking forward to seeing how bizarre it can get.
I'm kind of tired of just a slideshow of what's on the console.
I also one thing I do want to return with the PlayStation is, and I guess I'll have to blame the Vita on this one.
oh,
Blaming the Vita?
whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to blame the Vita on this one because
Okay.
it started this trend which the PlayStation 4 followed, and that's basically not having, your console startup introduction thing. The PS Vita was the first one to just have that like regular, PlayStation white logo with the black background, and then warning, seizure of use, blah 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 blah, and then your console just turns on. No like cool little introduction to you turning on your PlayStation platform, because PlayStation 4 followed that also. PlayStation 3 had a good one, PlayStation 2 had a great one, PlayStation 1 had an awesome one, PSP like I miss all of that shit, but all of it's gone. Like I want PlayStation 5 to at least have an option to have one in, and if you don't want it, just like go to the options and turn it off. Don't not have one,
I'm trying to think of the last console that, because like Nintendo, the Switch doesn't do it.
Dude, really, Nintendo stopped doing it also? I haven't had a Nintendo console since I have a DS. DS was,
Well, actually, yeah. Let me rephrase that. So the Switch itself is always in rest mode, but if you power it off and power it back on, it'll flash the Nintendo Switch logo when it turns on.
Does it have like a sound effect or anything like that?
I think it had like the Switch sound effect.
Okay, see, that's good enough. That's good enough. I'll take that. I don't know what
Xbox
I don't know what
Ones, when you turn
Xbox-
them on, they do have the Xbox logo come on with like the classic Xbox noise.
Yeah, that noise. Yeah, okay. See, that's fine. PlayStation has a lot of like, you can even do the one where that robot lady, PlayStation or whatever. So it's like that.
PlayStation.
I mean, yeah, something. Like I don't know.
Bro, you could have the fetus from Death Stranding.
No,
Right.
no. No.
Turn on your console, it just looks at you, gives you the thumbs up, and it boots you into your home screen.
Oh God.
I can do that.
But
I can buy
that's a cool thing that you just brought up though. They could easily advertise that, where you know how you have your themes and you pay for themes and pre-order themes. You could have startups where it's like that, where you could have a Death Stranding startup where it is the baby and he fucking does the thumbs up and then it just goes into the black screen and it starts up. People would pay for that shit. Sadly.
People definitely would
Low
pay
key,
for that, 'cause I would.
low key, I kind of would.
I
Yeah.
would. I definitely would. You
You
make
know,
a
some
Persona
people-
5 sleek one,
Exactly.
I definitely would do it.
Yeah, Persona
Every time
5 one where you see all of the squad just fly in, and then
Yeah.
you just see him like throw his trench coat over the screen and
bro,
it turns black. And
But hear
then
me,
it
out, hear me.
starts
out.
up
You
or
turn your PS5, and it's the screen for when Joker gets out of a palace. And instead of loading in like different tasks you did, it loads in your games.
something. Yeah, see,
sounds good.
that's a good idea, and they can make money off of that. People would definitely pay for it. But
There's a lot of things they
Yeah,
can make money off. They just don't.
they want to make money off of the stupid things.
Okay, so I think that's basically all the topics we had for today. I did include in here if anyone had any other topics they wanted to talk about, then now's the time to do it. Shadow, was there anything you wanted to discuss today?
I don't think so. No, not really.
No? New type, anything you wanted to bring up?
I had something, but now I forgot it.
All right, Riku, nothing. Anything you wanted to talk about?
I thought this was going to be the topic you would bring me on for, and you guys were going to roast me, but it wasn't even a topic to begin with.
Go
so I
on.
guess I will bring it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the
Probably
Vita.
like- yeah, he's probably like, "Hey, Rico better bring this up." But who knows? Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it. But yes, Sony, the Sony executive,
Oh, right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
recently said that at this juncture, PlayStation will not be making any PlayStation handhelds. And when this news came out, I actually had like, about three or more different podcasts that wanted me on their podcast so that I could talk about it. And you were one of them, Blake. So I was like, oh god, Blake is gonna go in on me on the fact that the feed is dead. No, mother. I got to be on the podcast tomorrow for the same reason. But it was just like, it seems that I've come up with a statement in regards to this because everyone's like, Riku's the Vita representation, so let's hear it from him. Like, so what? Okay, you want to hear what I have to say about this? Sure. So what I have to say about this is, first of all, fuck all of you. No, I'm just kidding. I feel that when it comes to platforms in 2019, no company, and when I say no company, I'm talking about PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. It's specifically Xbox, and specifically PlayStation and Nintendo. Nobody's really doing the juggling of more than one platform under one umbrella anymore. PlayStation basically, said that, we want to focus on, just the PlayStation home console, and we want to make that as successful as possible. And we're just moving that forward. We're not really going to be juggling anything on the side. And PlayStation VR doesn't necessarily count since you need a PlayStation console to use the VR. Nintendo basically took the two platforms that they've had for the longest, which is their handheld fan base and their home fan base, and they combined them together. They're not really juggling two platforms anymore. The Switch is their thing, their hybrid console, and it's one thing. It's both a home console and a handheld, but all of their companies that were working on handheld games and all of the companies that were working on console games are all doing it on one platform. All of their focus is on one platform. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, everyone's working on one platform now, and that's just the way of the future. Now, if Nintendo in the future decides, because Nintendo's unpredictable on what they do, and you can definitely see them doing this in the future, to which and where they say, hey, guess what, everyone? We're going back to how things were. We have a home console and we have a handheld. First of all, there's a decent amount of people that are going to be mad about that, because they like a lot of people do like the hybrid thing that they have going on. So we have no clue what Nintendo will do in the future in regards to if whatever the successor to the Switch is still going to be a hybrid, or if it's going to be a home console and handheld again. But at this juncture, nobody's juggling multiple platforms anymore. So with that being said, I kind of, I'm not really hurt that, is PlayStation is thinking this way. You know, I'm just gonna play my video on my backlog, and once it's over, I'm gonna move on. But you know, that's just how it is. That's all I gotta say in regards to that.
All right. For the record, I had entirely forgotten that somebody had mentioned that. And Rika, no, I'm not gonna tear you down for it. Listen. Okay, let me write it to you like this. So your uncle just died. Your uncle was worthless. He had nothing going for him. None of us liked him. All right, we're going to let you mourn. Okay, we're not gonna come at you when you're in a time of mourning and say, hey, you just lost your uncle. He was kind of a dick though, so you shouldn't be upset. Okay. So we're not gonna come. I mean, okay, I'm not. I don't know about Shadow. Shadow's probably gonna tear you apart tomorrow, but that's Shadow's call. I personally, I will let you do your thing. When you've recovered, when you come back from it, and you're like, hey, I can joke about the Vita again. Then we'll talk about how your Uncle Mike was a dick. Okay.
Jeez. I mean, I've already gotten roasted enough this week in regards to that. Like I said, I was on a podcast yesterday, and you know that one show on MTV that used to come on. I forgot what it's called, but it was basically they get a celebrity, they put him on a chair, and they all just roast him for like an hour or whatnot. That's what it felt like when I was on that podcast. It was just roasting me. It was like I was on stage and the Vita was right beside me, and let's just roast Riku and the Vita for the next hour. And it was rather fucking brutal. But
that's rude.
Yeah, it is what it is. No, it was all in good fun. They didn't really mean, you know, they're all doing in good fun. But it was just like, geez, I saw this coming, but I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. But yeah, R.I.P. Vita. I will no longer be saying Vita means life because that is officially not the case anymore. And yeah, I'm just gonna play my stuff and switch Joy-Con boys 2020.
We open you with open arms. How would you feel, or because
open Joy-Con?
How you feel in the in like within like the next like decade or two if Sony actually makes another handheld console? You gonna jump on it like day one, no questions asked?
Oh yeah, definitely. But as it stands, it's like PlayStation 5 is the only thing they will be looking, and maybe like the successor to the VR. But like I said, I don't really count. I count the VR as like a
add-on.
A super add-on, yeah, like the PlayStation Move was. Like, sure, you need, because someone said this the other night. Well, PlayStation VR has PlayStation VR games. That, like, yeah, and PlayStation Move has PlayStation Move games. That doesn't make it its own fucking thing, you know. You need a fucking PlayStation to use those things. But yeah, you're probably gonna see another VR for PlayStation 5, like upgraded version, because I heard from a technical standpoint that is not that impressive. So yeah.
All right. Trip, was there anything, any topics you wanted to talk about?
I'm good.
You good? All right. Newtap, did you recall what you were thinking?
Oh no.
No. All right. Then the last thing we'll close on. Question time. If you could live in any video game world, this question's been beaten to death by multiple people, different times and places. What world would it be and why? Personally, I'm gonna have to go with Pokemon just because Pokemon World seems pretty chill. You travel the world, you do a conquest, then by the time you're like 12 or 13, you're retired. You sink into a job, you find a nice woman, hopefully your age. You get kids, and then you send them off on their journey, and then vice versa. No one gets hurt except.
And then sink into a job after you retire.
Maybe I want to do the gym challenges. Maybe I want to be a doctor, Dad.
Nigga, did I just catch you trying to be shit? The Boondocks. Shadow, what video game world would you choose though?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Pokemon as well. I got nothing else that I want to actually.
I'm surprised you didn't say Persona.
It's the regular Tokyo.
Yeah, but you get the metaverse.
But I guess if I was a Phantom Thief, then I'd be like, yeah, I don't feel like doing stuff. Y'all.
I mean, unless you're a main character, being in the Persona world is literally just horrible.
I mean, am I one of the kids fighting God, or am I one of the lowly people being manipulated by God?
Yeah.
Either way, it sounds terrible.
I'm such I'm kind of an asshole, so like I could see myself having my own palace. because I'm such an asshole? Nah.
Or am I one of the demons that that get the crap beat out of you because they're just hanging around this evil guy's palace for some reason?
Yeah, I don't want to be like one of those incubus with a huge ass horn on his,
Like you never stay. Like that's like a genie wish there. I wish I was in the Persona universe. You just end up as like you're Mara.
Oh,
Yeah, oh man.
Oh,
think you're competent for something.
I would.
New type. What word would you choose?
Like, oh, that sounds fun when you think about it first, but then when you really think about it all sounds terrible.
Yep.
Resident Evil.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, I would live in Resident Evil if I had like I think I can handle it.
Can I live in The Sims where I can just cheat and give myself like $1 billion?
No,
that's-
because you would be a.
I'll say
sim, not
you would
God.
be a sim. It would be up to whoever's controlling you, aka God, to decide that.
Damn, that's all terrible.
You're not playing God. You're playing a sim. There's a difference.
I'll say Pokemon.
Pokemon's a safe choice.
Safe answer.
Trip, do you have a different answer for Pokemon?
I would need more time to think about it, but literally off the top of my head, that is the safest answer I can think of in a universe that literally won't get me killed. In 10
Wait!
seconds.
Wait!
Uh-huh.
There we
Hold
go.
on. Can I
There
be
we
one
go.
of those visual novels where I'm like the parent protagonist?
You better hope you don't get the bad ending because you've seen School Days.
Bad ending. What's the bad ending?
maybe.
A shark comes out of the swimming pool and eats you. How?
do you
I
want
probably had it coming.
do you want to be in Doki Doki Nitsa, Doki Doki Literature Club? You know,
Yeah, why not?
It all depends on which visual novel because there's the Higurashi series.
Like, if I can make my own choice, I'll try to make all these ladies happy. I'm just saying.
So it's like Persona, but without like the persona.
Yeah,
Seems like
why not?
it.
Why not?
There's just the issue is there's so many different
Worlds.
situations, like the worlds, but then you gotta take you take the good, but you take the bad. In Pokemon, well, there are world-ending events that almost happen every
Yeah,
day,
but they're always solved really quickly, so who cares?
by
I
10
mean, like a 10-year-old can take care of the problem, so I think we're good.
And let's be honest, even if you're getting beat up by thugs, they're not killing you. No one dies
Have
in
you read the
Pokemon.
Pokemon manga?
No, in
Oh, I
you said
guess
the
if we're
Pokemon
talking
video
about-
games, not the manga.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, the manga. You don't want to be in the manga.
You don't want to be in the manga. Poor Arbok. Rip Arbok.
So
that
don't
Arbok
rip
live, though?
Arbok. He got ripped in half.
I'm pretty sure that Arbok lived.
No, it was
No.
kidnapped.
There's no way that thing lived.
I'm pretty sure it lived.
Like
What happened to him? He got ripped apart?
Charmeleon cut his head off.
Oh man. Like,
I think it lived. I could be wrong.
oof.
I don't know any video game worlds well enough now that I think about it. What? See, the only one I could think of I wouldn't mind living in, everyone would judge me for.
I'm ready to judge you.
Moiro?
It's my favorite video game franchise of all time.
Spyro.
No.
Digimon?
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yokai Watch?
I give up.
Sly Cooper.
Okay.
I mean, you want to be furry, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not
judging
why-
you, really. Yeah, I'm
That's
judging
literally why I said that, because it's my favorite game franchise of all time. I just enjoy the games.
you. Hold up, hold on 1 second. Let me get the block button.
What?
He's saying basically, if you're gonna exist in that world, you're gonna have to.
Oh, no.
See, that's the problem. Is because
I'm messing. I'm
enjoy the games. Can't
Nah, that's fine. We get you.
No, I fucks with Sly also. Sly, I like the Sly franchise. I recently replatinumed all 3 of them.
Replanned.
I want
there's
the
4.
next game. Darn it! They left the last one with a cliffhanger.
Well, I already platinumed the 4th one twice when it first came out. So
Oh,
so
okay.
you know that cliffhanger.
So what happened? I mean, does anybody really care
Yes.
what about Sly?
about spoilers for Sly? I mean, like, do we really care?
Oh, do you
I
care?
don't think I don't think spoilers for that series is really major.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
about it,
it's
so
not
anything you say will go over my head.
Like, did somebody die? Like, did
No, did
Sly's father come out of nowhere? Like, well,
no.
Starts beating his kids. Like, whoa.
It's actually very easy to say, but if I say it, spoils the entire ending.
Uh huh.
I mean, personally, I don't care.
If you want to say it, I don't think any of us would mind.
So the bad guy of Sly 4, Thieves in Time, that
Yeah.
basically tells you the entire plot of the game. His plan was to just ruin Sly's family through
Like
history.
Gino Brando style, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
But all because Dad got caught when Sly's father didn't in the same heist. But when the time machine exploded, they all thought Sly was gone. They're talking about how he's gone and stuff. And then Sly wakes up and he's just looking on the Sphinx.
I vaguely remember that.
And like, so Sly stuck. So Sly got Mega Man Legends 2'd.
Oh man.
Whoa. Well, let's not talk about Mega Man Legends 2 now. I haven't played that. Now, if you want to spoil that, we're gonna have some goddamn problems.
That's an even older game.
You say what? You said that's an even older game?
Yes.
Well,
True,
he plans
but
to
it's
play
again-
it, so.
Yeah, but it's new to me when I play it. That's all I care about.
Do you have
Nobody
the
here
intent
was really
to play
caring
it?
about Spawn.
No, I already played Sly, so I was like, you can spoil it because I've already played it. But now you're talking about a game that I haven't played. Now we gonna have some goddamn problems. I don't want to hear anything about Mega Man Legends 2 from a start.
Right.
Okay.
But,
But,
yeah, like,
I completely understand you when it comes to where the story ended, especially since I feel you, but with a different franchise. It's not a franchise that I would like to be in.
The-
Motherfucker.
only other
Wow.
universe I know well enough that I could say I wouldn't mind living it would be the Ratchet and Clank universe.
I like Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and
It's a
Clank's pretty
PlayStation
chill.
platform.
Because if
janitor.
you are in a situation where you need a weapon to defend yourself, you can literally pick something up, like, anywhere. Anything's a weapon, basically, even though that's not really a thing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a weapon vendor, like, across the street.
Yeah, Rayman kind of did that to me also, where Rayman 3 on the PlayStation 2 at the end of the game.
Oh,
side
they were
ca-
planning on making Rayman 4, then they just
Yeah,
made
the
rabbits
little side
instead.
character was like, "See you in Rayman 4." I'm like, "Rayman 4? Huh? Huh? What's going on?"
We're still waiting for Rayman.
The next game we got was
4.
Raving Rabbits on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, not Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii. And I was
You-
like,
you-
"God damn, what the
Did you ever
fuck is this
see
shit?"
Did you ever see the original Rayman 4 trailer?
I didn't even know there was an original Rayman 4 trailer.
Yeah, the rabbits were the bad guys of Rayman 4.
Okay, you know what? I do remember hearing that there was a Rayman 4 and it was supposed to be about the rabbits, but then they changed it into what Raving Rabbits is now and made it a Wii spin-off game. I do remember hearing that.
Yeah, that's originally
That's probably-
rabbits were supposed to be the villains.
Yeah, my brain was just like, I hate Raving Rabbits so much, so I'm just going to erase everything that has to
I
do
mean,
with this.
they literally replaced the mascot of Ubisoft.
Yeah, because the rabbits are basically just like rabbit versions of those little fucking guys from Megamind. What are those things called? The little
Minions.
Yellow minions. Yeah, they're basically
don't-
rabbit minions.
Sad thing is, you know who the mascot of Ubisoft probably is nowadays?
Assassin's Creed guy.
Altair
Dance
from the first
Revolution
game.
characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Assassin's
you
Creed
know what?
characters.
Do you know something sad? Dance Dance Revolution 2020 sold more on the
You mean
Wii
Just
than
Dance?
the Xbox. Yeah, Just Dance 2020 sold more on the Wii than the Xbox One and the PS4 combined.
Ha!
It's crazy.
Well, it's because
I need to meet these people. Like, who is giving these people?
listen.
these sales? I need to
Nah,
walk
hold on.
into someone's house.
Let me take this for a second, because as someone who works in retail and as someone who opened up the box and received 18 to 25 copies of Just Dance 20 for the Wii, and then sold those copies the same day,
Damn.
it's normally a lot of older people, or also people who just don't have the money to upgrade consoles, or people who are looking for something fun to do on New Year's.
Because everyone has a Wii.
Everyone still has a Wii. Like, the install base for the Wii is still ridiculous, and people still. If I had to take a shot every time someone came in and asked me if we had Wii games, I would literally I'd be over. Because people still actively seek out Wii games. People still ask me for PS2 games.
Wow.
Like, it's wild.
I do remember when I used to live in the Bahamas that we in the Bahamas were always like everyone there was always a generation behind. So when everybody was playing PS1, we were all playing Super Nintendo. Like everyone in the Bahamas, Super Nintendo. When everyone was playing PS2, we were playing PS1. Everyone was playing PS3, everybody was playing PS2. So right now they're all still playing PS3, and they're probably getting ready for PS4 when we're moving to PS5. So there are I do know there's locations where it's just like that's a thing. But yeah, basically other generations still being rather relevant. That's my point. I'm just surprised to hear that here, but I keep on forgetting that Nintendo Wii, it was a lightning in the bottle, and that electricity is still not dead.
That's wild. But Riku, if you could pick any video game world to live in, we'll end the podcast with this. Any world to live in for any video game, what world would it be? By the way, the Vita home screen does not count as a world.
I really do want to say Trails because it's an amazing world, to be honest with you.
Is it safe?
Like, a lot of... I mean, for the most part. I mean,
if you were a civilian,
every video, like any video game world, like your city's probably going to be under attack. Like, I would hate to be like, yeah, I would love to live in I would love to live in the Trails universe, and then they throw me in the Trails universe, and it's right before the Hamel incident. Shadow.
Damn, that would suck.
Yeah, I would hate for that to be a thing, but I mean, if I'm not someone that lived in like the Hamel incident, I was like reincarnated in there, and I was like, yeah, I'm a Thor's Military Academy student, or one of the people that lived in Trista, because they seem to be doing fine. I'll be happy with that. It seems like a nice chill world, and they have Orbital and all that stuff. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say that before all of the creatures came in at the end. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about it.
All right. I think that's a wrap. I think we're all said and done. All right. We're going to start with our outros. So, Mr. JRPG, where can they find you at?
You can find me on YouTube, Shadow Elite HD. You can find me on Twitter, Shadow Elite HD. You can find me on Twitch. Now, that one is going to be Shadow Elite HDX. So, make sure you got
some,
that.
Got some crazy stuff going over there on the X, huh?
Yeah, exactly, man. And I'll have some new uploads on the YouTube and soon. So look forward to that.
All right. Yeah, he's also the host of the HPMP podcast, which your boy's going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, Shadow? Yeah, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. 100% tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, cool. New Type, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Revolving-Bunker on Twitter and Tumblr, although I'm less active on Tumblr nowadays, because, whatever.
It's Tumblr.
Yeah, what's Tumblr?
Males presenting nipples. Riku, where can they find you?
At Riku-san1 on Twitter. I don't know if Blake is one of those people that when people hop on his podcast, he has in the description everybody's like place where you can find them. That'll be I do feel as a person that's been on a decent amount of podcasts over the years that is definitely the best way for people to reach out to you. In saying it at the end of the outro where they can find you, that's good and all, but it seems that the best way people can get a hold of whoever that was on the podcast that they liked is to have it in the description.
Damn it, Riku, I'm lazy.
I'm just letting you know, if you're going out of your way to create a podcast, you might as well put in that at least effort when it comes to that. I'm not saying have the little timestamps like some other podcasts do, where they go in regards to that, but just letting you know. But yeah, at Riku-san1 on Twitter. That's the only place you can really find me.
All right. And Trip, where can they find you on the internet?
Well, you could find me at... One second. The Tripmon. My YouTube channel. And you can find me on Twitter at Tripmon.
Cover?
Yeah, what does the YouTube channel cover?
I do Let's Plays.
Oh.
Okay.
What's the latest Let's Play?
SD Gundam Crossrays. I am planning on recording some of that after we're done here, actually.
Okay, see? There you go.
All right. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you already know where you're at. Your boy, Westtown HD. This has been the Talk of the Town podcast, episode 6. 2 weeks from now, hold up. What's the date 2 weeks from now? Hold up. Let's see. Bring up the calendar. Today's the 7th.
The 21st.
The 21st, yeah. That's like right before Christmas, and then that'll probably be like the last episode of the podcast before the new year. So definitely look out for that. In terms of who we'll have on for them, well, I asked these guys to come on. Like, when did I ask you guys? Like 3 days ago. So it's.
Let me check.
Damn it, Trip. It's always spur of the moment. So, but a big shout out to everyone who came out and listened. We'll see you all in the next episode where we'll be talking
3 days
about
ago.
the next cool things that are probably the Game Awards. Honestly, next episode.
Game Awards, a couple things actually coming up, so there'll be a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, hopefully the next Smash Bros. Character, possibly. We'll see. Either way,
Yeah, be prepared for Dante's announcements for next week.
we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Bruh.
Peace out, people.
Doodles.
Later.